Okay, so now we have audio. Sorry about that, guys. We thought we were set. This was something that we didn't know we were going to do this, so we're kind of just a little discombobulated right now, if that's a word. And I'm just trying to get things set. We pulled over just to fix this, and what you're seeing. Okay, so we'll start from this point on. How's that sound, guys? Okay, so I'm David.
I'm Brenda.
We're from OutsideOurBubble.com, and you're traveling along with us today as we leave OOBerfest, which is what we had for the last few nights out here in Quartzsite, Arizona. We were out in the middle of the desert here out in Quartzsite, and we had a really big bunch of people joining up with us out in the desert, and we had a really great time, especially last night. We had a blast of a party, and if any of you were able to catch that, it was well, really cool. Right now what I'm doing is I'm trying to figure out how to get out of here. I think I'm going to go through here because I can't see what's up there. So just bear with us as we try to navigate to get through this area that we pulled over into. There's no official roads out here except for the ones you see there. We're on the desert right now driving. And all these people are coming into the desert, and we're trying to get
left on Arizona 95.
We're trying to get out of the desert. So as soon as we get going, then we'll be better off. Brenda, I need you to look down to your right, please, and let me know if any traffic's coming.
There's a truck coming.
I see that.
And when that truck passes, you're going to have traffic, so yes.
So we're here, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
There's 2 pickup trucks. Then after these 2 pickup trucks right here, you're good.
Okay. And then I also have a
Okay, you're good.
Well, I have traffic.
You're not good that way.
Okay, so guys, we're just getting situated here. We weren't planning on going live today. Something we just decided to do. How am I
All
looking
clear.
now, love? Okay, thank you. And what we're doing is we're leaving Quartzsite, Arizona, where you park out in the middle of the desert. We were dry camping since Tuesday, running off of our generator and water supply. And so did a bunch of other people who came out here to join us, and we just had a really good time. We had seminars on Friday and did some talks, and Brenda talked about cooking with the Instapot with our friends Jerry. And so it all worked out really well. And whoa, that was almost an accident. 6:30 until shortly after 10 p.m. It was a good time. Right now I'm just waiting to get out of here. This is a very, very busy road this time of day, and in this time of year. It's very difficult to get out because there's just one road coming in and out of town, coming from north and south. And seeing that we are 64 feet long and we've weighed 42,000 pounds, 64 feet long with our Jeep Grand Cherokee, it takes us a little bit of time to get up and get going, and that's a 55-mile-an-hour road in front of us. So we have to have some room. And we did it. Yay! We're on the road. Okay, so, oh gosh, that sunlight's going right into you from the sun. That sucks. So in any case, I'm David.
I'm Brenda.
OutsideOurBubble.com is our website. We have a blog, and we also have this YouTube channel that you're currently watching us on. And the YouTube channel...
I have to go fix something in the back real quick.
We got...
Continue on Arizona 95.
We got over 15,000 subscribers. Yay. So thank you all. If you're not a subscriber, please feel free to click subscribe and join us. We do... Is that you?
Yes.
Oh.
That cabinet door was open.
We do travel blog stuff, and we talk about RVing and our lifestyle and basically our life on the road in general. We do not make a living doing this. We're not bloggers who do this for life. We do it just to help out others. And we're approaching the town of Quartzsite, Arizona right now, which is where lots of people come in this time of year. So in any case, that's why you're looking forward there. And now we're only as good as our data allows us to be. So if our data reception is poor, then our broadcast won't be that great. We're only as good as our data, but trust me when I say I have done everything I possibly can do to boost our data, right down to using OOBerfest, $500 amplification system. I have 3 antennas, 3 4G antennas up on the roof. I have 3 jetpacks that are currently running with a bonded VPN service to try to keep the stream up and running. So it's kind of, so yeah, we've got a lot of things going on to try to make this broadcast work. But if the cell phone towers are too far away or the cell phone towers are congested, then we can't broadcast very well. So, feel free to sit back, relax, and enjoy your ride. We have a 2.5-hour drive today, with our final destination is Fort McDowell, Arizona, to Eagle View RV Resort, where we'll be staying for the next 2.5 weeks or so. And before we get there, we will be stopping in 123 miles to get fuel to top off the coach, so we're ready to head out when we leave Arizona and head back to Texas in a few weeks. Our coach will be fully fueled up, ready to go. So we will be making one stop to a Flying J truck stop in 123 miles from now. And Brenda, at some point I'm going to want you to grab me a Gatorade out of the back.
Okay.
At some point.
Can it wait until we're on the highway?
Yep.
This GMC, this old GMC RV up here is making me nervous because his trailer that has 2 motorcycles on the back is just going back and forth, back and forth. And he's going back and forth too.
Normally we wouldn't be leaving OOBerfest and Quartzsite this early. We only came in on Tuesday. We still have 70% of our fresh water remaining. We normally wouldn't be leaving this early, but Brenda's Google Pixel 3 XL just stopped working. Boom.
And we just got those in November.
And we just got them a few months back. And she put it on charge, and then in the morning when we got up, her phone just would not turn on. Nothing I could do to figure out how to turn it on worked.
Everything Google said didn't work either.
Everything I looked up online, I couldn't get to work either. So we called Google, and it's covered under warranty. And I didn't realize they would actually ship us the phone that same day it went out. So because of that, we're now rushing back. Not rushing. We're now going back early to Eagle View RV Resort because that's where it's going to. And FedEx delivers right to your site at the park. Well, if FedEx came to site 208, which is where we are, and doesn't see a motor coach there, they're going to assume that we're no longer there, and they would more than likely send it back to where it came from, and we would miss Brenda's phone. So because of that, we could not change it online because it's one that requires a signature. Because of that, you're not allowed to change. You as the receiver is not allowed to change where it's going to.
At GMC, got really close to that other RV that was turning.
So we have to go back just so we're there tomorrow when her phone shows up, because if not, we wouldn't get it. And they put $1,000 hold on that. We don't want it to turn around and go back and it get lost for some reason. And
yeah.
We're on the hook for $1,000. So unfortunately, we're leaving the area early, and that means we don't get to watch the playoff game with the Saints. Bummer.
Are you getting air out of your vents?
I have it on all the way.
That wasn't my question.
No, I'm not. Is it on defrost? Oh, it might be on defrost. Oh, it's on defrost.
There we go.
There we go. That works better. That helps.
I'm like, from my angle, I couldn't tell, and with the sun coming in and the front windshield, it's getting a little warm.
Yes. Until we get going east, that sun is right in on us right now and right in on the camera. Not even sure what kind of image you guys got, but good thing is it's a slightly overcast day today, so that helps somewhat.
Yeah.
But we are now entering the town of Quartzsite at this point.
Michael wants to know, can we let us know where our camping spot was? Michael, if you just go to outsideourbubble.com and you click on the OOBerfest tab, there's GPS locations where we were.
It's at the top. You'll find OOBerfest 2019 up at the top right-hand corner. Click on that. People, by the way, that are from our group, from our followers that are going to be there for the next week or so.
Yeah.
Location and say, hey, we know we missed the party and everything, but we just wanted to say hi to other Oobies. That'd be funny.
Rich and Sue says, woohoo. Did you see that RV had their tow vehicle and they had their signal on and the RV signal was on?
Town of Quartzsite.
Don't get too excited.
Don't get too excited. Don't blink.
A couple people said that
Is my mic upside down? No, my mic's right. I don't think I'm.
but we can check
We'll
after
check
we
it as
get
soon
out
as we get out
the
of this
signal
bad
light.
area. And so it looks like one of the cell phone providers was smart this year and brought in a Verizon. Now I'm muted.
Yeah.
Now I'm not muted. Well, you're buffering. It looks like we're still transmitting though.
No, other people said dropped out here, dead.
Except that it is jam packed. Once we
In 1 mile, turn right on South Rickles Avenue.
I'm gonna miss Mr. Tiffin this year. We usually go and see Mr. Tiffin at the La Mesa dealership here in town. He's usually there just on Monday. But that guy just stopped for no reason,
In the
as
middle
you
of
can
the
see.
street. By the way, this is the little grocery store here.
We're good.
They make their own fresh
Those
donuts
were
every
very,
day,
very good.
fresh breads. They did have some apple crumble pie in there, but
You didn't get it?
I didn't get it 'cause
Good
we had bread.
girl.
We had bread pudding in the fridge.
So if my mic pack is still low, Brenda will fix that when we get on the expressway. She can
In 1/2 mile,
boost
turn
up the
right
volume
on South Rickles
control on
Avenue.
Did your volume cut out when you arrived there last week? You were holding a cord and talking, but we could not hear you. Kind of like that now.
when we got off the exit and got into town,
Then take the first left.
Verizon and went out, and it wasn't just us. But then an hour later or so, it was out to show and saying thanks. So you guys couldn't hear us. So that was what you're gonna do. We're untrained professionals here, people. We don't do this for a living. We just do it for fun. We hope you can appreciate that. So Brent, when we get out here on I-10, will you check my volume and bring it up a couple clicks?
Yeah. I'll have to get you a Gatorade too.
And get me a Gatorade. Yes, please. I am parched. Goodbye to Quartzsite. Thank you everybody for coming to OOBerfest. We're sorry we're leaving you guys early. The official end date is today, but we usually don't leave for at least another 2 or 3 days. We do apologize
Continue on
for having to head out.
Are you good now?
I'm good.
Okay.
There are a lot of rigs out here this year. Look at all that. There's more than normal. I am receiver. What are you? A or B?
I am A.
Okay, so go find the B section and
Group B settings. Volume. Hold the set button. Okay, volume's at 25.
bring it up to 28, 27, 28.
28. And then
Set.
it went back down to 25. What am I
No,
doing
don't
wrong?
hold set. Just hit it.
Oh, see?
No.
I have to hold it to get in there and then just hit it to set it.
Makes logical sense.
Well, for a techie maybe. I don't need to scroll out of this now.
Just do what you do.
I'm going to go get you Gatorade.
Okay, so you'll have to let us know if you can hear me any better at this point. Hopefully you can. And because she just brought my volume up a little bit, and hopefully Brenda and I are pretty much even now in volume. So when Brenda gets back from getting me a Gatorade, she can read the comments and we'll see how we're doing. As you can see, maybe on your image, we're coming up to a mountainous region. And when we go through that region, we could lose cell signal because radio waves don't like traveling through Earth in general. So just a heads up on that in case we start to blank out or anything. So just so you know, we're traveling along. You are traveling today with us in a 2014 Tiffin Allegro bus, model 45LP. We are 45 feet long. We weigh 42,000 pounds as we are currently loaded for travel. We're pulling a Jeep Grand Cherokee behind us that weighs another 5,600 pounds, and that makes us a total length of 64 feet.
I opened it already for you.
Thank you, dear.
Sometimes those are difficult to open when you're driving.
Ah, very good. Nice and cold.
Well, I aim to please.
And you do very well so.
Glenn says the score is 3-0 Saints.
Thank you. Saints are playing.
I just got no internet connection.
Lose our internet?
Possibly. I just tried hitting refresh and it says no internet. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Got it. Ryan says sounds like wind noise. Is the window open?
Oh, do you have no? One of us or both of us, do we have windscreens on our mics?
Oh, I think we only have one. We lost the other one.
There is some noise in the coach. That's normal noise, though.
Yeah.
If you go back and listen to some of our past broadcasts, is the audio the same or different? And the other question I wonder now is, just I have to look.
It sounds pretty normal to me.
Okay. Are you in? Are you caught up in real time?
Yes.
Okay.
And Brian says your audio is much better.
Yeah, I don't have
Volume
any.
increased, white noise increased as well.
Well, we do have our vents running, and we don't have wind protectors on our microphones, so
Yeah.
you might be hearing those.
Aussie Road Trips wants to know, is the previous live drive to Quartzsite going to be put up
Well,
put up at some stage?
I do have it recorded. I took it off. I do have it recorded. I took it off of YouTube at this point because of the screw up at the end with the no audio. We can't help the dropout of. We can't help out the dropout of the broadcast itself, but we can add an audio overlay to the ending where we don't have any audio by mistake, and then I can re-upload the video. So maybe I'll look to do that. We had a good number of people. We had like 140 something people traveling along with us, which was kind of cool. That was I was really disappointed that we lost right when we got into town. Literally right when we got into town.
It just all died.
All of it. It was like both AT&T and Verizon, both cell towers just went dead, like there was no power. That sucked. So I do have the recording. I just got to figure out what I'm going to do with it. I don't know how the recording was last night. The video, if anybody had watched the show last night, the live broadcast of the party, be aware I had the only mic I was using. That was the microphone that's directly on the Mevo camera. What we use to do this is a Mevo Plus camera, and the Mevo camera is a camera that is made just for streaming. That its main purpose is just for streaming, and it has a built-in microphone. It's not all that great, but since I was digitally recording the show using my digital recorder, I couldn't patch that through to the Mevo. And so all I can do is rely on the Mevo microphone, and I had to turn the gain all the way down because I kept seeing on my monitoring screen, it kept telling me that we were clipping. So I'm not sure how that even sounded, and it was just something I was trying anyway. So I immediately took that. I took that down off the air also, so it's not up on the site either. But if anybody was watching the show last night, I'd be interested to know how it worked, if it worked at all.
And Nina just said, will you upload the OOBerfest recordings?
Yeah, again, I don't know what I have on that in regards to the show. We don't really shoot OOBerfest itself, the talks and stuff. We don't shoot that. We should though. That might be if we do OOBerfest again, that might be something to do.
Rich said the video and audio were fine last night. Thumbs up.
Oh, wow.
And Keith said music was great. Worked fine last night.
Oh, good to hear. Because I just kept getting, I just kept seeing clipping. So I wasn't sure what you guys were hearing, and I apologized for that. I think when we took our break and stuff, I think I apologized for that. Yeah, those guys are great. Notes from Neptune. We want to entertain the group. Yours truly.
It's a long drive.
Yours truly was playing the cajon and had a blast playing with them as I usually do. And good news is, hey, since we're going back early, I get to play with them on Tuesday. And I'm also going to hopefully play.
Car in the right shoulder.
I'm also hopefully going to play with them again before we leave Arizona.
Ryan says it sounded okay, but what's up with the gloves? Your fancy. Ryan's mom says your fancy gloves last night.
What you didn't see until I turned the camera around at break or whatever, or during, I don't know if we got it on air or not. What you didn't see is right before we went and did Purple Rain, before I left stage, as you saw, I was setting up what you couldn't see off camera. Is we had bought like 24 tambourines that lit up, and they're LED tambourines, and they lit up, and you can change the color patterns and stuff like that. So when I knew what we were going to do coming up to the break was the song Uptown Funk, and I knew that would be a perfect opportunity to bring out those tambourines and really get the crowd hyped up. And it worked out really well, and the gloves were more or less to offset, the people on the audience having fun with the lit tambourines. I figured I would put on lit gloves that basically it looks like a skeleton, like you're seeing through the glove like an X-ray. And of course, as you saw, they can change color. So the idea, what was supposed to happen last night, which it's all good. It didn't happen. It's all good. Was right before Uptown Funk started, we were going to kill all the lights, turn off the lights, and the guys were, and then everybody would have their tambourines all lit up, and the music then would start, and I would have my hands behind my back so you couldn't see it, and then and we would be in black, and then when it came in to start the funk part using the rhythm section, my gloves would then turn on. I would bring up the gloves so all you see is my hands, and then I would start playing the rhythm section. Boom, 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 and the crowd, they still went wild when I did that. But it would have been really cool if it was just all you would have saw was my hands, and it would have been really cool. So that's what the idea. The gloves were nothing more than just having fun with the audience.
Yeah.
I hope it worked on camera. I have no idea if it worked on camera or not, but it was just fun. It's just something fun to do. Thank you for asking, though. I'm glad you noticed them. I guess they're kind of hard not to notice.
As you can see, there's not much out here. It's just one long straight road.
All the way back. We will be stopping in 104 miles for fuel. And hopefully we're going to try to take on some depth exhaust fluid also. We got to remember while we were in town, either here or when we go back to Texas, we need to get an oil change.
Yeah,
not on the coach, on the Jeep.
On the Jeep. And Ryan's mom says, wild and crazy fun.
Yes, it was. Wild and crazy fun it was. The audience really enjoyed it. I say we had over 200 people in the audience last night.
Yeah, we had 5 big bonfires. We
6,
had
one way in the back.
I was going to say, and plus 1 all the way in the back.
What we called we pointed them out back there. We called them the cheap seats.
Yeah. It was a beautiful night, though.
Oh, it's a great night.
I mean, the
Oh
wind
my
had
gosh.
died down. And
The moon, full bright moon.
which, by the way, speaking of the moon.
Oh yes.
There's another car on the
I
right
see it.
shoulder. Speaking of the moon, is
Tonight.
is the first full moon of January, and it's a blood wolf moon. So that's where the moon eclipses with the Earth, and so it makes the moon look like it's blood red.
Yeah, the Earth's shadow eclipses the moon. And the moon is blood red. And it's the closest point to the Earth that the moon comes. That's tonight. So if you have a clear view of the sky, hope you do, because I don't think we're going to out here, which is unfortunate because we're in a dark zone area. It would be beautiful.
And this is where the moon is closest to the Earth,
Right,
so
that's
it
right.
looks huge.
That's what she said.
Brian wants to know, how often do you have to fill the DEF tank? His Phaeton is from the last year before they had to add them. Which, when we had our 2008 Tourmaster, we didn't have a DEF tank either.
I don't really, quite literally, who asked the question?
Brian.
Brian, quite literally, Brian. I don't really know. I really haven't paid that much attention to how often.
It just
we tend to
depend on how much you drive.
Yeah, it's gonna. Yeah, the more you drive, the more you're
Obviously.
gonna burn, obviously. But for the most part, well, because our DEF tank is on the wrong side of the rig, meaning that where we fill up the rig on the driver's side, our DEF tank fill up is on the passenger side. So in order for us to fill it up at a truck stop, we have to see if nobody's in the lane next to us when we're done fueling. And if nobody's in the lane next to us, we'll pull up the coach and we'll pull the hose over from the pump over there to fill up our tank. Because it's a lot cheaper to fill up at a Flying J or a Pilot, the DEF fluid, than it is to buy it at Walmart.
Yes.
I don't really know how often or what the burn rate is or anything on that. Sorry. I can tell you that right now we're going uphill. There's no wind out, which is a perfect drive day. There's no wind, but we are traveling uphill in the mountainous areas today. We're only getting 5.6 miles per gallon right now, which sucks, obviously, but we are going uphill. We average normally, we always get asked that question, we average 7.5.
Red Bear Alaska says, hello from Alaska. Nice to see no snow. Loved your show last night.
Yay! How you doing, Red Bear? How you feeling these days?
Glad we could entertain.
Yes, I'm glad we were there for you. Gonna have to get our balance checked or something. Do you feel that?
Yeah. I'm
you see
not
it?
sure if it's the road or what.
Yeah, I'm not sure. You see the wheel? It's got a little jog to it. We have hit some hard roads coming down from Texas. We'll have to check. Getting these things balanced are not fun. Yeah, we'll have to see if the road will change. See if it changes when we get onto a different road type. We got just a little. I feel a little wobble, if you will,
Shake.
in the driver's wheel.
Vibration.
Nothing I'm overly concerned about, mind you. Just it's not something. It could be the road. Yeah, I'm bummed on a couple of reasons that we're heading out. One is I could be watching the football game right now.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. Glenn just said now 13-0 Saints.
Who are they playing? I forgot.
Yeah, I don't remember. Who are they playing?
Ask
Glenn?
ask Alexa.
She normally doesn't know football. Google does, but Alexa doesn't.
Yeah, I'm kind of bummed that we're leaving because I could be watching the game with some other people out there right now, which are big Saints fans. Danessa and
And
Mitchell. Two Oobies of ours who actually came all the way out to New York they were out there for other reasons. They didn't come just for us, but they did stop and stay at the campground that we were at to see us and also partake in having some music at one of the bars that I played at.
Yeah.
So it was really, really good to see them again all the way out here in Quartzsite.
They're playing the Los Angeles Rams.
Yeah, we want the Saints to win. At least I do.
Rich and Sue says we get 500 miles to 1 gallon of depth. They said, this is Rich and Sue, we're new to RVing and was only able to be class of 2018. So far, how did 2019 compare? Hopefully more Oobies.
Well,
I'm not sure.
I will say, let's see, from last year, in regards to OOBerfest and the Oobies, 3/4 of the Oobies that were there, it was their first time coming to OOBerfest, which is a good thing and something I do expect.
Yeah.
Because Quartzsite is not a place, RVers, if you're new to RVing or whatever, or you are not and never been to Quartzsite, Arizona at this time of the year during the big tent show, it's something you have to experience at least once. Would you agree?
I would agree, yes. It's not for everybody, but it is an experience.
Yes. So I'm not surprised that 3/4 of our guests was the first time at OOBerfest. Because people will come out, they'll experience Quartzsite, and then it'll be been there, done that. But they will say they're glad they experienced Quartzsite with us, with the group. So that's kind of cool. So the good news also is 3/4 of them being new, I can use the same jokes every year at the welcome meeting and stuff. So that's kind of cool. The group was different this year. Good group, just a little different.
Yeah, we always have a good group.
Yeah, we always have a good group. I think a few of the people that brought friends with them, I believe they thought this was more of a rally, a typical rally, like FMCA or a Tiffin rally or whatever. I don't know why they would have thought that because we never portray it as a rally. We portray it as a meet and greet. And let's face it, your only cost of admission is to bring firewood.
Yeah.
It's rallies, you'll pay several $100s to go to a rally per rig. And so we never portrayed it as a rally, nor do we pretend it is. But we do try to do some talks. And the talks went off really well this year. Oh my gosh, the Instapot talk with Brenda and
Jerry Ball.
And Jerry Ball, they did a fantastic job. It was a lot of people there. Even men were there. I think they were there for the food.
We had the free food.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jerry made her family's recipe of potato salad in the Instapot, and then I made pasta and meatballs because for some reason people tend to get nervous about cooking pasta in the Instapot. So,
Not sure why.
I don't know.
It's RVer's best
like
friend
the
when it comes to
easiest
cooking
thing.
pasta.
Which reminds me, I got to add meatballs to the grocery list.
So the group we had some people that expected more of a rally And so they expected more things going on, I guess. That's the only way I can think it is. I did have a gentleman, he, said, so what else are we doing? And there's a show in town. That's what really everybody's here for. Well, you're putting this on. Why don't you have more going on? Well, you saw the list. I'm sorry, I don't know what to say. You saw the list of what we had planned. And that was kind of it. We did pull off 2 movie nights this year. So we were able to do 2 movies, which was great. No, we did not play The Challenger Disaster.
Our
movie, which Brenda and I executive produced. The Challenger Disaster comes out December 25th of this month. The Challenger Disaster will be available on iTunes, Amazon, Vudu, different streaming platforms, and in movie theaters.
Yeah, across the country.
Yep, across the country. Select movie theaters across the country, I should say. It is an independent film, after all. So I did not show that movie for 2 reasons. One is I really shouldn't show it before the official release date. I don't want to get in trouble with the company who is distributing it for us, nor would I want to get in trouble with our fellow producers. And 2, let's face it, The Challenger Disaster, that movie is a tough watch. And it's the movie about how it actually should have been prevented. It could have been, and it should have been prevented ever from launching, because some engineers tried to get them to stop because they did not have a good feeling about the O-rings based on the temperature. And it was the company decision that manufactures the solid rocket boosters to go against the recommendation of their engineers and go ahead and okay to launch in 30-degree weather. So the Challenger Disaster movie is based on true facts, and we follow what took place. So we didn't play it because it's a hard watch. When we did sample runs of the movie, it's at the end of the movie, it's one of those movies where they were just dead quiet at the end, not because what was that we just watched, but because it was I-10E's closed. Did you read that sign?
Yeah, I was reading that when you were talking.
Sorry, guys. It's just a hard watch because you know what's going to happen, and then when you find out it could have been prevented, it really does get you upset. Brenda's looking something up on her phone because we just saw a sign about I-10 closed, and we're on I-10.
Well, it was talking about Tucson, though. So I gotta look it up. I gotta see. Or maybe it was just saying Tucson traffic. I gotta see.
A trailer got pulled over. It's either broke down or he's got pulled over. Don't know which.
An RV pull trailer.
An RV pull trailer. Something you don't see often. Need a rest, hon? Rest area 1 mile. Still going uphill, by the way. Small climb. 6.2 miles to the gallon currently.
Yeah, it looks like they do have some road closure, but they have the workaround. You basically get off and get back on, kind of thing.
Are you looking
construction?
Are you looking at Google Maps?
Yeah.
Is it all red?
Yeah.
Oh,
it actually shows closure, love. That's why I said it has you getting off and getting back on.
How deep?
Because it's good. It's probably the bridge work. I see there's a bridge there.
How deep back does the red go?
No, it's just you get off and you
Oh,
get back
okay,
on.
okay.
That's what
Well,
I said.
I'm just checking to see if there's backed up traffic because this is a main expressway.
No, it doesn't show anything.
Okay, just curious.
It's right before our Flying J.
Got a really big coach passing us with a really big, it's a London Air Newmar, and pulling a full-size trailer behind him that matches.
That's a tall trailer.
Very tall trailer. His end cap on his awning is going to come off.
I
See that?
Hopefully it won't come off on us.
Yeah. Oh, I got this. Got a freak bad road and a tow trailer in front of us that is going really slow, as you can see.
No, he's going the speed he should be going, love. For
Well,
a
that's
trailer.
true. Very, very good point. The problem being is I'm going uphill and losing that momentum because I had to put my brake on is not good when you're going uphill in a 42,000-pound coach. Yeah, that trailer that London Air is pulling is
And swaying.
double stack.
Swaying a little bit too.
Look at the road on the right-hand side. I'm not going to go over there.
Yeah.
That has got some really bad ruts in it. Look at that.
Hey,
Wow.
Weekend Overland says I had a great time and I was in my Jeep.
Oh, hey. Oh my gosh. I never got to show Brenda your Jeep. I'm so upset. Oh my gosh. That just bummed me out. I really, really liked your Jeep, dude. I forget your name. Sorry. Don't mean to call you dude. That might be rude. But I really, really liked your Jeep. It was really, really cool. Or as the kids say these days, it was rad.
I think they say lit.
Lit? Now they
Lit.
say lit. It's now gone from rad to lit.
I don't know. I think rad was like ages ago, dearie.
Don't get me going. I'm only 52 years old. So, any case, your Jeep was awesome. He had this really nicely custom Jeep, but the coolest thing was he on the top of the Jeep lifted up and it became a tent, and so he actually literally sleeps on the roof of his Jeep. But it goes further than that. You go inside. It's a four-door Jeep, and you go a Jeep Wrangler type thing. And you go into the passenger door and in there, and there's seating room in there, and you look up and there's a big hole in the roof, and then you climb through the hole in the roof into the tent, and then there's a panel that shuts, making it a floor so you can sleep up there. It was really, really cool. Really, really cool. It was, yeah, did I say that enough? And I told Brenda, I said, when I'm done doing this, you gotta come see this Jeep. And, well, you saw how sidetracked I can get. Me? No, not at all. I don't run around everywhere, do I?
I can too, though, at OOBerfest. The roads over there is better now. Looks like they repaved this area.
Oh, I no longer have vibration in the steering wheel anymore, so it was the road.
Rich wants to know where we're going to be in March. They're thinking of renting a coach for a week, probably somewhere in the southwest where it's warmer.
We won't be in there.
Yeah, in March we're probably be at Alabama.
Alabama, Tennessee, probably Alabama though, mid-March. We're going to try to get back to Red. Well, we're not try. We have to get back to Red Bay this year. I got some prototype parts that they got to look at, and I was supposed to be back to them by now, but didn't make it. Well, we haven't had the opportunity to go out of our way like that. But I got a few things I just want to, they got some parts I got to look at and evaluate. And I also got some things I want to have them look at. So we got to get to Red Bay.
Yeah.
But we're going back to Fort McDowell right now. We'll be there a couple weeks till the 5th or something like that.
Rich
And then,
is Cutco Rich.
oh, Cutco Rich. Got my knife right here. It's on the dashboard.
Yeah, so
Actually,
he's in the Northeast now.
Rich, you'll get a kick. You'll get a kick out of the fact to know that I actually showed off my Cutco pocket knife.
Several times.
During
He carries that knife around everywhere.
During one of the talks, I actually pulled it out and said, because I was cutting something open, and they're like, "Oh, look at that! That's a nice knife." I said, "That not only is it a nice knife, it's a Cutco knife. It's got my name on it." And I showed the crowd. It was kind of.
Still have the camera pointing out.
Oh yeah, here I am trying to. I'm using my hands and trying to make motions about what I'm talking about, and I'm forgetting the camera is pointing out the windshield. Anyways, Rich, once again, thank you very much for that knife and the other Cutco cutlery products that you were nice enough to bring us. Rich has been with the Cutco company for a very long time, and him and his partner are looking to go full time. And he stopped out and met us when we were up at Southwoods RV Resort, which was very nice. Still never got my T-bar though. So just
what?
The other knife I wanted.
Oh.
Never got that.
He said they just returned from the Tampa RV show. Great event to compare all makes and models of RVs. Yeah, we've never gotten to the Tampa event because we're always in the Southwest then.
We don't like first off, we don't really much enjoy Florida.
Yeah.
Sorry to say. Sorry, Florida. Anybody who lives in Florida, sorry. We don't like the bugs. So in Louisiana, places like that with all the bugs, Florida.
Well, it's very crowded.
And it's muggy.
Yeah.
And I do not do very well in humidity.
Well, and see, some people don't like the Southwest because
That's
it's
right.
too dry.
It's too dry.
So that's why there's multiple locations you can go.
That's why we're such a diverse country. We're trying to get plans to go to the Hershey show this year. Somebody said they would sponsor us. I'm still not sure what that meant. But we would like to, if we could, I think we'd like to try to plan going to the Hershey show. One, we got to see exactly when it is.
Yeah, but it usually also, I know last year it coincided with our
Camp Jam. Yeah, it crossed over with our Camp Jam. But see, if we plan this correctly, we're going to have to look and we really are going to not just say we have to look. We got to have to remember to look and write it down and look. We say, we got to look at that. We forget for weeks. Any case, point being is, if we play our cards right, we can either plan the Camp Jam, the Bot Lot Camp Jam before, the weekend before, or the weekend after the Hershey show. And then people who are coming to the area, I mean, we're talking, I think it's a 3-hour drive or something like that. They may want to come to Southwoods for the Bot Lot Camp Jam. Either before the Hershey show or after the Hershey show, because they're in the area, let's face it. It might be something worth doing. So if we play our cards right, we may be able to plan it correctly. And then people can come enjoy the Camp Jam, and then either going to or coming from the Hershey show, and then we will then also be able to attend the Hershey show.
Okay. C-me, it's a letter C and then M-E, C-me, says, what made you choose the Challenger disaster for a movie topic? It sounds like a very somber watch.
It is.
It's not a very somber watch.
Well,
it's very intense.
It's intense. You know what's coming after all.
Yeah.
But we chose it because the story had to be told. As I said, the script and the movie itself is based on true events. And the true events are, which there actually was a congressional hearing about it, but they kind of kept it quiet. So what a lot of people don't know is the engineers that were involved in making the O-rings and the solid rocket boosters tried to tell the company they did not have a good feeling that the space shuttle was launching at the temperature that it would be at the launch pine. And the company chose, well, I should say, the company literally, their company, gave them 45 minutes to prove their point, to get data together, to prove their point of why they didn't think it was a good idea or why they didn't have a good feeling. Literally only gave them 45 minutes. Well, you know the outcome of that. And they tried hard. So there's a whole story behind it and what these engineers went through and how lawyers were involved at trying to keep them quiet and things like that.
It's basically, we felt that the story needed to be told.
Yeah.
That's why we got involved.
That's the long and short of it, yes.
Yes.
If you the trailer, if you want to, if you're curious, on YouTube, if you go to YouTube or iTunes, look for the Challenger disaster movie. You'll find the trailer. It's a 1 minute and 40-second trailer or something like that, so you can get the idea of what it's about. We even have our Outside Our Bubble logo at the end of the movie, at the end of the credits. Along with
There,
our...
I just put the link up for the iTunes.
Oh, that was nice. You can pre-order it right now on iTunes.
Keith Wheeler says, as far as OOBerfest, he said, I thought you did great. I'm sure even though it's free, you all spent several $100s of your own money on equipment and lots of personal time. Great job, and we enjoy watching your travels.
Thank you. It's not just, it's also, let's face it, we don't have to go to Quartzsite. We've been there, done that many, many years now. And I'm not just talking about the last 4 years doing OOBerfest. We've been there a number of times. So we spend, I mean, it's a 2.5 hour drive for us. That's a lot of fuel back and forth. So yeah, it's one of those things you call a labor of love, I guess. It's not that we enjoy meeting our followers. We do.
Yeah.
We enjoy meeting them because we got some great people. For example, I'll tell you a little story from OOBerfest. First day, Tuesday, when we arrived, it was pouring rain really, really badly. And our coach right now is a mud mess, by the way. It's the dirtiest I think our coach has ever been, or I've ever let it be.
But never fear, Andrew is washing it tomorrow.
Yep, never fear, Andrew will be taking care of it. Or if we get back soon enough, he can do it today if he wants. Andrew, if you're watching, we're cutting back. Any case, so some people who had never been to Quartzsite before, they were not part of our gathering, had come back into the desert, and they went across the first wash, they went across the second wash, which both washes had water in it.
It's a semi on the right shoulder.
I see it, and I'm moving over. Both washes had water in it, but from the years and years and years of travel across the wash, it's hard packed. So even with water in it, you're not going to sink. Well, these people came in who had never been to Quartzsite before, and they go across the first wash, went right through it. They have a Class C motorhome, by the way, Class C. So they went across the first wash, they went across the second wash, no problem. But then there's this line of white stakes, white posts that you're not supposed to go past.
Kind of an invisible line because the white posts are pretty far apart.
Yeah, they're spread apart. But if you see the white posts, you're not supposed to go past them. And let's face it, first time to Quartzsite, you probably don't know that. And you don't. I will say you don't know that.
Yeah, we didn't the
No,
first
we
time
didn't.
we went out there.
Well, these people they wanted to move away from the other rigs, so they went to go across the third wash, which doesn't have any traffic across it from years of use, and they sunk right to their axle. And so they came asking for help, and somebody pointed them to us, and for some reason they pointed them to us as part, because I guess we were group leader. And they came over asking, can you help? Do you know of anybody? Whatever. So our followers are the best. Myself and another gentleman and another gentleman, we grabbed our Jeeps and took off over there. Well, my Jeep, I got a diesel Jeep Grand Cherokee. I put it in 4-low, hooked up. Another Jeep has a Jeep Wrangler, big wheels, made for off-roading, hooked up. We moved them 6 inches. That's it, 6 inches. Noble effort. We both started sinking in ourselves, trying to bite into the ground. Point being is, we didn't know these people. They weren't part of our group. None of the people that were over there that came with me to help knew these people. It was just RVers trying to help out fellow RVers. And I'm down in the mud with my shovel, my emergency shovel in the back, and I'm trying to dig out, to try to clear it and stuff like that. And it just a great group of people. It really is. So to meet some of these people in face, that's why we do it. Just to meet you guys and to say hello and thanks for being followers.
Well, this couple that got stuck, they didn't know anybody out there in Quartzsite. It was their first time. They were hoping to meet other, funny thing, they were hoping to meet other Jeep people to hang out with. They just didn't expect it to be like that.
No.
And
what's this?
So we said, hey, since you don't know anybody, feel free to join our group.
Yep.
And they had a blast.
They did join our group.
They met so many people. They were so appreciative and yeah.
Little bug, VW bug.
VW bug.
Not only did they join our group, they actually, because we say that the price of admission to come in is bring some wood to help burn. And by the way, Rich, we burned all of the wood this year.
Yeah.
Lots of wood. Our bonfires were bigger than ever. Any case, they became part of the group. They had a great time, and we're glad that they came knocking on our door. And I was saying that not only did they become part of our group, they asked, how much was it? And we told them it was free. And then we told them, people just bring firewood. So they actually went into town and got firewood and brought it to add to the pile. It was great.
Troy Campbell says, we had a great time at our first OOBerfest. It was so nice to meet both of you, and thanks for all the tips for our first boondocking in the desert. Safe travels.
Thank you kindly.
Scott says, the guy with the motorhome and trailer in front of us is a guy I met last year. The trailer is full of RC airplanes and helicopters.
Very cool.
Craig says he just asked his 22-year-old daughter, cool is lit nowadays.
Is that the conversion?
Yes, that's the conversion. Claudia says the Hershey show is September 11th through the 15th.
Thank you, Claudia.
Yeah, we just have to wait. We're waiting for Southwoods, where we have our seasonal site, to post their calendar, because we don't want to overlap any of their activities. So
we want people to be able to enjoy ours, and they allow us to do it. We're the. It's going to sound strange. Well, I don't know if it's strange,
we
but
open it up to the whole campground.
We're the only ones allowed to do it. It sounds kind of strange to say it that way, but we're the only campground that we do. We have such a site there, our location. We're in the park. We're away from everybody, because we're famous after all. We don't want to be, I'm joking around. You can't see my face again.
No, I was going to ask you if you're going to move over to go around this guy.
I will,
Okay.
but you can't see the line of cars behind me.
No. I just wasn't sure if you were distracted with whatever you were trying to talk about.
Sorry. Anyways, they allow us to do these camp jams, and we want people to be able to attend them, so we want to make sure, and we open it up to the entire RV park. Anybody staying there, weekenders, whatever, can come. So we don't want to overlap any official things that Southwoods does. We fill our courtyard and our loop that we live at the end of a cul-de-sac with a loop, and the site was actually built for us, just so we would stay at Southwoods and return each year, because we became good friends of the owners. I put the Wi-Fi system in the park for free, and they wanted us. This is a place, such a great family campground. They have a 7-year waiting list to get in for a seasonal site. A 7-year waiting list. That's how good of a park it is. And it is a true family campground, to the point where they don't like to raise the rates, even though they could. They have such a waiting list to get in there. They could raise their rates, but they don't, because they want families to be able to afford to come to enjoy themselves. And that's great. What wonderful people Mike and Sue are to think that way. We want the families to enjoy themselves, so we don't want to outprice them so they can't you know, $5. If you add $5 to a night and you stay 4 nights, it's another $20. I mean, to some people, that's a lot. You know, when they only get out only maybe once in a while or something, it could be a lot. Look what's going on right now with the shutdowns, and you hear all the. I'm not talking politics now. I'm talking in general. So one of our rules is we don't talk about sex, religion, or politics. Any case, the shutdown. Look at all the people right now that you don't realize that they live paycheck to paycheck, and so the shutdown is affecting them. So that $20. My point being is that $20, if they raise the price for the weekend, could overprice it for somebody saying, you know, I don't know, you know. So it's a true family campground, and we love them for that. And that's one of the reasons we tried when we first met them, when we first went to the campground, that we built them a Wi-Fi system that actually worked, and we did it for nothing. And I need something to do anyways. I get bored, and so I ripped out their old system and totally built a commercial grade system from the ground up. And remember, I said that they're sold out. Seasonal sites are sold out. So 2 days before we left, they came up and they said, hey, can we show you something? We said, sure. So they brought us all the way in the back of the woods, all the way in the back. And they said, well, what do you think? And I look at Brenda. Brenda looks at me. I pull out my cell phone. I look at it and I go, well, I don't know. I don't understand. There's data back here. Wi-Fi works. And they said, no, you don't understand. We want to build you a campsite right here. We're like, what? And they're like, yeah, we want to build you a campsite to your specifications for your rig right here. And we know, we've read your blog. We've read all about you since we met you. And we read one of the posts on your blog, what you considered an ideal campsite would be. And we believe we can build that right here at the end of this road for you. And they did. We were so touched, and we are to this day. It was just such an amazing thing to do. I tear up just thinking about it. So we do parties back there, and we open it up to the whole campground. It's cool. Anyways, I'll stop. I'm babbling.
So you know how RVers, a general rule is you don't talk about sex, politics, or religion?
Yep.
Steve Paul said, did you hear about the sexy politician that went to church?
Smart Alec.
By the way, I looked at Google Maps and it just adds 4 minutes.
Oh, cool.
Their little detour thing.
We are 57 miles to our Flying J fueling stop. 57 miles.
Yeah, so William says, hope y'all had a lit time.
No, we had a cool time.
Gail is watching, your sister Gail. She said, hi guys, miss you.
Hey sis.
Wearing my beautiful necklace.
Hey sis, love you. My sister Gail is deaf, and the really cool thing about us live streaming is Google/YouTube translates in real time for closed captioning. So she watches our shows when we travel, and it's closed captioned automatically by the automated voice dictation system. It misses some things here and there, obviously, but that's kind of cool.
So I have a question for you.
For me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do I see we have just above half a tank left of fuel?
Yes.
Since we're only
No, we have a half a tank, yes.
Okay. Since we're only going to be at Eagle View for 2 weeks, did you want to skip filling up now since it's in the middle of that closure and construction and fill up when we leave Phoenix?
We can do that. I mean, how far? What are
I was going to say, to answer your question.
Yeah, you knew what was coming. When we leave Phoenix, where is the stop?
I'm going to Interesting.
I'm moving over only because the road is really bumpy. Sometimes life is just smoother in the left-hand lane. If I drive by this guy, I'd go grab my drone and hold it up and smile and wave and. Look at the road; it just goes straight on out into nowhere.
The Flying J.
Yep.
That's right before Picacho Peak State Park. Is 79.5 miles. So 80 miles.
Well, I'm just trying to calculate in my head how close we would come fuel-wise.
And that would be a Tuesday versus today being a Sunday also.
I'm just trying to calculate in my head fuel-wise. 54 miles, and then we have to continue on, and then we got another, how many miles did you say, 80?
How many miles to what?
From Fort McDowell to the other truck stop that you just said.
Fort McDowell. When we leave Eagle View, that Flying J is 80 miles.
That's what I was asking, yes.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure I was right, because I'm trying to run calculations. So 80 miles on the 53. I'm just looking at my fuel gauge. Also, don't forget, we have to burn Aqua Hot for heat at nighttime. So I don't know if we want to cut it.
Right now, we're 91 miles from Eagle View.
So
91 plus
100,
80.
170 miles. I got just under half a tank. Technically, we can make it.
I'm just giving you options.
I know. The only question becomes, how cold is it going to get, and how much more fuel are we going to burn on Aqua Hot? You know what I mean?
Yeah. But we're talking 2 weeks.
I understand that.
And we have been turning our Aqua Hot only on during the mornings and not all night.
Yeah, true.
We're going to be going right past that Flying J anyway.
Oh, there's a Flying J truck going by us right over on the other side. Maybe he can fill us on the run.
Like they do with those
jets. Fighter jets.
Yeah, I don't think so, dear.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind. We're 51 miles from it. I'm just, you know me. Once we get on the road to start to head out on a long drive, I don't like to stop right away.
Well, yeah.
I mean, I don't want to get on the road and then have to stop an hour and a half later to fill up. I would rather do it now. I think I'd rather do it now. Are you saying that this Flying J you want to stop at, or you have us plotted to, is in the construction?
Yes. Well, they direct you off of the highway, and it looks like you're basically paralleling the highway. And the Flying J is right there.
Okay. Is there or is there not 2 Flying J's we can stop at?
Yes, that's what I'm looking up right now.
That's what I thought. There was more than one. Because I'm wondering if they're directing all the traffic, the truckers and stuff, they're going to be going right by that Flying J because of the detour, that they may stop for fuel.
You're saying?
Am I correct in what I'm saying? First of all,
I don't know what you're saying about the truckers.
My first point was, the way you said it is where we get off for the detour. That's where we would be getting off and going right by the Flying J you had us stopping at. Literally, right by it.
Yeah.
Not on the expressway, literally going by it off the expressway.
Yeah.
Okay. My point being is since everybody has to do that, the truckers may stop for fuel because it's right there they're already off the expressway.
Oh.
So there's a chance that it could be a busy one.
Well, let's stop at the one before that then.
That's what I was asking you about.
Okay. I wasn't sure what you were saying about the truckers, but I get it now.
Okay. We try to look at the Flying J's and the pilots when we stop for fuel before we get there, obviously. We try to look at them on Google Maps to see how big they are. And because the larger the truck stop, the more chance you have that they're not going to be, stacked to, a couple deep, and you'll have a better chance of just pulling in and right up to a pump. So if there's two close to each other, then we'll look at it and try to make an informed decision on which one we think we should stop at. And Brenda had originally made the informed decision that the second one of the two on this leg here would be the better one to stop at size-wise and location-wise to get in and out. But now, since this information she added just now that we didn't know about, that may change things. So she's not reading the computer screen or anything. She's diligently looking at her phone, trying to figure out what she should do.
It's a 10-mile difference between the two.
10-mile difference is no big deal.
Yeah.
It's a non-difference.
So we'll go to the pilot. It's
Hey,
a pilot.
You don't
not
have a
flying.
streaming, do you?
No.
Okay, good.
No, it's paused. So it's a pilot, not a Flying J for that one. And according to Google Maps, we are 42 miles from that exit.
That's interesting because this via distance right now is 45 before I get off at the. So you already had me plotted to that one.
Well,
you might have already had me plotted to this one,
I
love.
don't know. You gave
No,
me
you
the
gave-
address.
you
This
gave-
one is.
You gave me the address.
Yes, I know. This
Okay.
is a different address. It's North 99th Avenue.
But my point being, love, is right now this is telling me I'm 45 miles to my destination, which is a Flying J. And if you're saying the Flying J that we're considered, this is supposed to be plotted to is after the one you just looked at, what you just looked up should have been
It's
closer than 45 miles.
It's 41 miles. It is closer.
But you told me there was a 10-mile difference.
Well, that's what Google Maps said until I hit start and it plotted me. Now it's not.
Okay.
Because I guess it had to update once I hit start because we kept traveling.
So the closer one is a pilot?
Yes.
Okay. I don't have that tip route. Shoot. And is that 900 North 99th Avenue?
Yes.
See, this is telling me it's only 40 miles away.
Continue on
I
I-10.
guess. That's what I have.
Now, since we're going to be getting off at a different stop, and we know that there's road construction ahead with a delay, do you see any way around that? So our new game plan, folks that are watching.
I'm looking at Google Maps.
Ugh, big bump. Ouch. So the new game plan for those of you watching, we are 39 miles now from our destination of stopping for fuel. And that'll be a pilot truck stop. Hopefully it won't be that busy. Normally we find Sundays
Slower.
are slower at truck stops.
I would just get back on the expressway and take the detour, love.
Okay.
Because we're in Phoenix, so you're going to get all the stoplights and everything.
Yep. Just asking.
Yeah.
Because you might have saw something. Oh, look! If we take this road.
No, I'm looking and it's just full of traffic and stoplights. So if they already have a detour plotted and it only showed a 4-minute difference, it said plus 4 minutes on Google Maps.
Yeah.
I would just stick with that.
Okay. Just wanted to. It was worth asking because you never know.
Yeah.
It might have been. Oh, look! We can just go across here diagonally and pick it up right here.
No, unfortunately not.
Boy, Scott and Thomas last night were on fire with some of their songs, weren't they?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I do see this pilot has 2 exits we can take, and we're going to take
Pumpkin, do you mean exits off the expressway or
when we leave the pilot.
when we leave the pilot? Okay,
Yes.
thank you.
One of them, I would rather not try to turn left across 4 lanes of highway without a street light.
No, thank you.
So we're going to take the back way and turn right out of the parking lot and go up to the street light and turn left.
Okay,
That
'cause
way
it's
we'll
got
have
a
a
light.
street light.
Okay, good. Good plan.
Yeah.
We'll just have to now see if we remember it when we get there.
Well, yeah, I got it up on the...
Having it up and remembering is 2 different things, as you know well.
Yeah. Okay.
So, a little couple things about truck stops. One is Pilot Flying J, if you're a member of Good Sam's Club, and if you're not, it's a good reason to join, has a discount card, a fueling discount card. And it gives you, I think currently it is 6 cents per gallon off the cash price of fuel. Truck stops charge 2 different prices. One price is higher if you use a credit card, and one price is lower if you use cash. So they actually give you 6 cents per gallon off a cash price if you have this special card. And also the best part of having the card is you don't even have to go inside the truck stop. You do everything right there at the pump. So I'll get out, I'll put the card in, I'll put in my access code number, a PIN number if you will, and I can start fueling all the way through. It doesn't stop at $100 and then you have to restart it again like some places do. So having the fuel card, the Pilot Flying J fuel card that you can only get if you're a Good Sam member,
Yes.
is well worth having. It pays for the Good Sam membership
Oh, easily.
easily on your first fill up if you have a coach like this.
Yeah, and we have a 150-gallon tank, so. Yeah, everybody says fill up now, fill up now.
So they're liking our little idea.
Yeah.
Okay, now if something happens and it's really busy, we'll get to blame them now, love. We're looking forward to getting back to high pressure water showers. Shower water.
Well, and actually take a shower,
Without having to.
nice hot shower, without having to like turn on and off the.
We were conserving.
spigot.
When you're in the desert, you conserve water so you can stay longer. The more water, you're only as good in the desert as long as 2 things. 1, your water tank, you have water in your water tank, and 2, you have fuel for heat. If you use diesel or propane, you have heat. Mostly it's water concerns. So we were conserving water. We were doing a good job conserving water. We still have 70% of our tank.
Yeah.
We took showers every other day. And then we also, like if Brenda was to get the shower first, I would immediately get a shower right when she was done. So then you don't waste the cold water run up waiting for the hot water to come back through. Because you're wasting the water at that point, unless you catch it in a bucket. We've gone 2 weeks boondocking without moving the coach. We won't do it again.
Well, and we actually technically could have gone longer because we still had water and everything, but I think that was our personal limit.
Yeah, we didn't. Yeah.
We just wanted to do it just to see how long
Yep.
we actually could do it if we needed to.
We typically would run our generators, like here at OOBerfest, we'll run our generators, our generator, not ERS, we run our generator about 2.5 to 3 hours in the morning, thereabouts, and then at night, another, again, 2.5 to 3 hours before bed, and we would turn it off. We would watch TV or whatever, and then when we were going to bed, then the generator turns off. This coach, which is kind of cool, has a generator on-off button right next to the bed. So we can literally be in bed and turn the generator off or on in the morning. We didn't even have to get up like this morning. It was cold when we got up.
Well, it was a late night.
It was a late night. That's
concert,
yes, it was a late night concert. So got up in the morning, woke up, was cold, saw that it was 8 o'clock in the morning, so I just started the generator right there in bed. I like that. Thank you, Tiffin, for having that. Thank you, Spider Controls, for having that next to the bed.
Yes.
That's a plus. We will buy a new coach someday. We really are hoping to do one at some point relatively in the next couple of years. And the reason we are time limiting ourselves like that are for 2 reasons. One is we don't want to have to spend $7,000 to $8,000 on new tires because the age of the tires is coming to that point of 7 years where you want to replace the tires regardless of how many miles you have on them. And second, the battery banks are now also getting weak, and I would rather not have to put all the money into buying 6 new batteries for the motor coach. I would rather trade the coach in, sell it outright or whatever, and buy a new motor coach, having all of that money for the tires and the batteries go toward the new coach. But alas, we have not been able to find a floor plan from Tiffin or any other manufacturer that we like better than the one we have right now. So I'm trying to talk Tiffin into bringing back the 45 LP floor plan with a few modifications.
Yes.
I gotta call Tim, and I was supposed to call him last week and I didn't.
By the way, the Saints-Rams game, Rams are 10, Saints 13.
Ooh, that's a close game.
And it's past halftime.
We are 28 miles to our fuel stop. Is that a battery or something?
So
We want to make sure
I saw it. It's your plug for your...
I want to make sure that we remember to get it out of the way so we don't crush it with a slide. She just heard a...
Craig says, new word, guys. You guys are really dipping, meaning going fast.
Oh. Is that what that means? Really? Dipping means going fast? That just doesn't make any sense. That makes 0 sense. I can see lit because, boy, man, you are on fire tonight. See, you're lit. That makes sense. Going fast and dipping doesn't seem to make sense.
Brian says, do teenagers ever make sense?
Yes. Sometimes. This was the first OOBerfest. Actually, let me rephrase rephrase that. Just give me a second.
Yeah, it's a rough road.
This is the first time, let me rephrase that, not OOBerfest, first time ever in Quartzsite that we have actually seen children.
Yeah.
And they happen to be at OOBerfest. They happen to, I will say I was surprised. Not because people have kids and they travel, not because of that at all. They were really nice. But because usually, well, there's nothing to do in Quartzsite. We've never ever seen any children in Quartzsite at the show or anything. Now we've seen a lot of dogs. We've seen a lot of strollers, but there weren't kids in the strollers. There were dogs in the strollers, which bugs the hell out of me. Pet peeve of mine. Sorry, no offense to those who use dog strollers. And in a situation like the big tent at Quartzsite, having your little dog in a dog stroller is better than your dog walking, because your dog would be walked on.
There's just so many people there. Your dog would just get stepped on.
But I also will say that strollers, they get in the way too. They're hard.
Yes.
They make for a nuisance in a situation like that. I can't move over, there's a car next to me. Now I can.
Yeah. There's a Cracker Barrel billboard that said, "Biscuits are spoons that you can eat."
For those of you wondering, you can get some more information on our motor coach and where we are exactly right now if you go to outsidourbubble.com, outsidourbubble.com. You can click on the, actually I can put that on the screen. Let's see. There we go. Go to outsidourbubble.com and you can click on live cam. Up at the menu there's live cameras, and below the live camera, which is the front view, which is on 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, there's a GPS tracker directly below that showing you where we are. And if you click on the little image of our motor coach, it'll give you telemetry information, so you'll be able to see our speed, our direction, our altitude, stuff like that. It's kind of a neat little thing. Oh, look, honey.
Two cops pulled over a pickup truck towing a boat.
Super boat. Super power boat. One of the racing boats.
I have 19 minutes to the pilot.
I have 22 miles, which makes sense at 74 miles per hour. It's a beautiful day today, road-wise. There's no wind. I am going faster than I normally would travel. I'm traveling about 73, 74 miles per hour. We are currently getting 7 miles to the gallon. And there's a lot of oncoming traffic for some reason. Oh yeah, why, buddy? Why would you do that? You saw I moved over just to get out of the way of the cars, and now you want to go around me. Okay, great. Thank you very much.
outskirts of the Phoenix area here.
That's why we're getting more traffic.
Yep. Ramblin' Pam says, hi there from the OOBerfest campsite. We had an absolutely great time. Thank you so much for everything.
Oh, that's funny. They're watching us from OOBerfest. Ugh, big bumps. Wow, that was dumb. Jeez, look at how bunched up these cars are doing. Look at how bad these guys are driving. Would you?
Yeah.
Look at this.
Watch this guy.
Whoa! Are you kidding me?
He's in a rush to go nowhere because there's cars
There's
in front of us.
really? Are you kidding me, people? Oh, okay.
Don't mind us.
Yeah. You hear that high-pitched ding? That tells me, just so you're aware, that tells me that they are only a half a car length in front of me when they do that. I have my warning alert when there's, one car length, less than a car length. So that's how close that guy was.
T. Evans says, David, you are not obligated to get over for cars merging from an on-ramp. You have the right of way, not them.
I realize that. It's courtesy.
Well, it's courtesy, but yeah, it also, we don't want to have to speed up or slow down because cars are trying to zoom in and out in front of us to beat us or anything or cause any issues. If you have a clear lane next to you, it's a lot easier just to use it.
Like right now, you can see coming up here, there's a semi coming on with a car behind him. I know the semis, because we're slightly going uphill, he's probably not going to have a lot of power behind him. Speed, I should say, by the time we get there. And you can see we're gaining right now pretty fast. And I have not changed my speed limit. I would have had to apply my brakes. As you can see at this point, the merge has to happen. But since I'm in the left-hand lane, no issues.
Yep, and the more that you can keep your momentum, the better your fuel mileage will be.
Yeah, losing that momentum sucks.
Peter Mullins wants to know, just curious, is your coach starting to show wear and tear, or is your coach holding up well after 4+ years? People say it looks brand new. They think it's
They
a brand
think
new
it. Yeah,
coach.
I was gonna say people tend to think our coach is brand new, literally
Holding up well.
paint-wise and interior-wise. I actually put a 360-degree photo of the interior of our coach on the Facebook Tiffin group, Tiffin owners group, and when people saw the 360-degree photo, it was after we lived in it 4 years. They thought, they thought it was a new floor plan. They thought it was a brand new coach we just bought with a new floor plan, and they were asking what the floor plan was because they stopped making this floor plan in 2015, and they loved the floor plan. What model is that? They want one. That they've been looking for a coach that's, blah, blah, blah.
Hence the reason why we're trying to get
Tiffin to bring it
Tiffin
back.
to bring it back, because it's very popular. A lot of people want it.
We are 15 miles to our our fueling stop.
Doug wants to know, he missed the beginning, will this video be archived or available for viewing after?
Right now, I tend to have it available. Yes. Our one coming from Fort McDowell to Quartzsite is currently marked as private because we had some issues with the end of the video. I have to
Issues as far as just the video cutting out.
Well,
of
no, our
data.
audio.
And our audio.
It was
yes.
if it wasn't for our screw up with the audio at the end, I would have left it because we can't do anything about the data. But we screwed up the audio at the end. We lost data. Long story short, lost data right when we got into the town. Literally, the cell towers went down. Wasn't us. About an hour and a half later, the data came back, and so we tried to end out the broadcast. And when we went to do that, we forgot to turn our mic packs back on. So we were talking. Nobody can hear us. So I removed it. And I'm thinking about, I have a copy of the video. I'm just stored on the SD card. Even though it's streaming, it's storing it at the same time. I'm thinking about just fixing the ending somehow and then re-uploading it. But if I re-upload it, I don't get the chat screen that happened during the trip and stuff like that. I'd have to see. I don't think there's a way for me to overlay audio if it's already uploaded. I don't know if Google does have some editing features online for their videos, but I don't know if overlay audio is one of them. If I'm going to look, I just haven't had time with OOBerfest and everything. Haven't had time. I'm going to look to see if there's an overlay, and if there is, then I'm just going to overlay some audio and then open it back up. And again, that's the trip going from Fort McDowell to Quartzsite last Tuesday.
Crossing over the Goodyear city limits. A lot of RV parks out here in Goodyear. Richard Ledbetter wants to know, do you have a safety plus on your coach?
A safety plus? Oh, the safety steering bar thing. No, we can't. We have independent front suspension, so we can't have one on that. You can only use those on RVs that have tie rods.
We did have one on our 2008 Gulfstream Tourmaster, though.
Yes, we did. And if I had,
it worked really well.
If I had a tie rod, I would have one. Yes.
Sean wants to know, what cellular carrier do you use, and has it been reliable across the country?
We use both Verizon and AT&T.
AT&T tends to be stronger in the more rural areas, we've found. But yeah, we've had good luck with both.
AT&T, like for example, perfect example, Quartzsite,
yeah.
Where we just were, could not use Verizon at all. That is
completely zero.
except for like 3 o'clock in the morning. Then it worked just fine, which means the tower was oversaturated. I just realized that the speed limit dropped to 65 and I'm still doing 75. But and people are still passing me.
Yeah.
People are still passing. I'm 10 miles an hour over the speed limit, and people are still passing me, including another motor coach. Wow.
I'm surprised the Mobileye didn't catch that.
Any case, oh look at that pretty semi.
Oh yeah.
So out in Quartzsite, the Verizon, there were so many people out there on the Verizon tower, it was completely saturated, and so Verizon was more or less useless to us in Quartzsite. Yet on AT&T, I would get 3-4 megabits down per second, and then in the early morning hours or whatever, I'd get 30-40 megabits. So I give kudos to AT&T on that regard.
And Rob, to answer your question, yes, that is an HOV lane to our left over there where that motor coach and the trailer went?
We're not in it because we're 7 miles to... First off, I don't like being in an HOV lane with a motor coach because people tend to go faster in those lanes. And I tend to drive the speed limit. So I usually use the lane right next to the HOV lane though. That's what I would usually use.
But we've only got 5.9 miles to our exit
So
toward the fuel stop.
So what I'm doing is trying to keep my options open because at some point we're getting into more dense areas. As you can see here, this is a 5-lane highway right now that we're on, including the HOH lane. It's 5 lanes wide. So we know we're going to get in a denser area. I need to be able to get over for the exit in 5.4 miles. So I'm just making sure I don't have to cross 4 lanes of traffic to do so. Yet I'm still staying out of the way of the oncoming traffic as I can. Well, I guess it's a good thing that we decided to go right now because I bet you that detour will still be there, tomorrow and Tuesday, and that would be a work day, so a lot more traffic on I-10.
Yeah, there is that.
Because when we were, that would explain it. When we were coming to Quartzsite, we were wondering why was all that traffic backed up?
On this
This
side.
was it.
Yeah.
This was the area. I mean, traffic was backed up a good distance.
Yeah, you're right.
Hello, horsies. In the horse trailer.
Nice horse trailer, yeah.
I think it's funny that there are people, not funny, I think it's interesting. The people we just left in Quartzsite that were at OOBerfest are watching us drive away from OOBerfest. True oobies right there, true oobies.
They missed us already.
Oh, I feel so loved.
Oh, Red Bear Alaska wants to know what is an HOV lane. So does Rob. It's the
if you have a hover car, that's where you drive. Sorry, that's incorrect. Obviously, I'm me. It's just me being me. It was funny to me.
That was good here.
It was funny to me. I cracked myself up. Go ahead, love.
You want to tell him what it is?
No, go ahead.
I'm trying to think of the name. I'm drawing a blank. I keep thinking rideshare, but that's not it.
It's a commuter lane. You have to have X number of passengers in the vehicle to use it. 2+ people, for example. So yeah, in essence, what Brenda said, a commuter lane is correct.
Like the rideshare.
Yeah,
lane.
And in that lane, there is no exits, on ramps, exits, anything. So it tends to stay fast and not have any issues. And you have to have 2+ people in the vehicle to use it during certain hours. Then there's hours of the day that it's open to anybody.
Yeah, but being a Sunday, they're typically during the work week.
That they have limits.
Yeah.
Okay, we are 2 miles to our exit, 133A.
Thank you, Brian. I could not think of it. High occupancy vehicle lane.
Yeah. High occupancy
Because we don't have them in upstate New York where we're from or anything, and so that's why it's just not on the tip of my tongue.
1.5 miles.
My definition was still right, though.
Your definition was still right.
High occupancy vehicle.
99th Avenue.
Okay, I'm going to.
And just because your vehicle can have more than 2 people in it doesn't mean that you're allowed to be in it. It means you have to have that many people in it during certain times. Okay, Brenda's going to put her computer down, is what she's about to say.
I'm putting the computer down and chat amongst yourselves. I'm going to watch the traffic and navigate David.
Because we're in 1 mile and we got all this merging traffic here.
Yes.
And all these people, I don't know what they're going to do at this point, but I know I got to move over.
Yes. Because nobody uses signals anymore, apparently. That guy just zoomed right over.
And this guy next to me knows I'm moving over. I have my signal on, yet he's going to accelerate to make sure he's not behind me.
Yeah.
Take exit
a nice
133A on the right to 99th Avenue. Take exit 133A, then merge
We made it. We made it to the exit, I should say. Look at that. No wind. Those flags are just straight dead down.
Okay, so now you're going to be going straight on one of those frontage roads.
I see.
In 1 mile, be in either of the
Those
two
people
right
have to
lanes,
yield to you
then turn right on North 99th
if they
Avenue.
actually do that.
They did.
Kind of.
Kind of. So where am I going?
It's 40 miles an hour on this road.
Thank you, love.
And you're going to be turning right up here on North 99th Avenue.
Okay, that's why I'm moving over a lane.
In half a mile, use the right 2 lanes to turn right onto North 99th Avenue.
Do you see, what side of the road is it going to be on, Pumpkin?
It's going to be on the right side.
Okay, thank you.
Use the right 2 lanes to turn right onto North 99th Avenue. Turn right at the traffic light.
You're hearing
It's
two
behind-
GPSs because you're hearing Google Maps on the phone and you're hearing the
The
Garmin
GPS.
GPS, the Garmin 770 GPS.
It's behind these car places.
Okay.
Turn right.
Pumpkin? Or
No, cross over
Leave
the
the
street.
road.
That's what I was saying. Cross over West Russell Street, and then
Okay.
there's truck entrance is going to be right here.
okay, got it. Thank you.
That's
Thank you.
what I
Thank
was
you.
saying.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, so we do have backed up well, not backed up.
Take the next right, then turn right.
There's truckers in each lane. So
Yeah.
what we're gonna do now is pick a lane.
Was there a lane here?
Did it open up?
Oh, there's a trucker there.
So what we're doing now is we're gonna try to see if we can figure out what lane without blocking traffic, and I'm not at this point. If anybody's gonna be moving forward, this guy is just sitting there. No idea what he's doing. No idea what he's doing.
Yeah, they're all just kind of sitting.
They're all
there,
just kind of
aren't they?
sitting there.
Well, they're all pumping.
Yeah.
It's just one of
So
those.
what we're doing is we're just trying to hope nobody will come behind us, and we'll give us a
Okay. Well,
1 in 6 shot
while
here.
we have a second here, love.
Yep.
We just pulled in right here.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What I'm talking about is using this exit here.
Gotcha.
So either if it's easier going this way
Okay.
and out,
Okay. Just remind me when we go. Love.
because then we'll that street that we just crossed over with this signal light will be right there, and we can turn left
Okay.
instead of trying to turn left across all these lanes of traffic.
Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. This guy's double stacked there, so this guy can't move because he's got another semi in front of him that isn't moving because he's probably inside getting lunch or something. So he can't even move, even if he's done.
And we got to see if we can get DEF also.
I'm going to doubt that with this amount of traffic here.
Yeah.
I have no semis behind me at this point, so any one of these trucks, if any of them want to move at any time, that would be nice.
Yeah, this is a big trucker area because there's a big Freightliner place across the street, and there's a body shop or something next to this Pilot. Hey, that guy's moving.
Whoa.
Right there.
Oh.
Wait, now he's not. Now he put his brakes on. And there's a semi that just...
The Pilot truck stop. Ugh, bump.
Yes.
Yeah, that's another thing you got to be known about.
Always drive
Truck
super
stops, a
slow.
lot of bumps. No cash advances allowed. It's okay, don't need a cash advance.
Okay, remember, I don't know if you want to mute your microphone or if you want to talk out there.
I don't know. Anyways, we got just under a half a tank of gas.
And I don't know where your, because I don't think you use these gloves. You use your rubber gloves,
I
right?
use these. I use either one of these. Make sure you guys wear diesel or wear gloves when you fill diesel fuel, because these are usually
That's all I'm
a mess. You can grab me another Gatorade, please. Yeah, my voice is going. Okay, you're gonna hear noise out here too, guys, just so you're aware. And my mic is still live, and Brenda is probably still live. So I just put my card in, and I'm waiting for it to come up and ask me what I want. And I select tractor fuel. Yes, tractor. And then I'm going to skip the def because I can't get it from this side. And then it's going to tell me to put in my control number. There it is there. And I got that in there. Now I can put my card in my pocket and it'll tell me the fuel in a second. Another truck starting up next to me. And there we go, we can start the fuel. Okay, so now we're starting the fuel. I had just, whoa, that was loud. Oh, that hurt my ears. Ouch, ouch, that was a loud air brake. We had just under a half a tank of fuel, and the price that we're paying is $2.72 a gallon. $2.72 a gallon. Wow, that's cheap. And we had just under a half a tank of gas. We have a 150 gallon tank. So now you can start. Let's see who comes closest to how much it's going to cost us. Okay? So that's the game we play right now. Just under a half a tank of fuel, 150 gallon tank, $2.72 a gallon. So let's see who comes closest. By the way, just for talk, this is the card I'm talking about you use. That's the card you would use that gives you the discount and everything. So that's the Pilot Good Sam's card we were talking about earlier. It's good news is that truck that was here is out of the way, so when we're done, we'll just be able to leave, which is great. So while this is filling, I'm going to walk around the coach and check the doors and everything. Just give them a once-over. There's no issues or anything. Everything is still sealed and tight. I always just double check them just to be sure. Not that I expected them not to be open and tight, and I also double check and look at the tow system in the back, make sure that's good. And I also make sure I look underneath the rig in the back engine to make sure there's no spots that are fresh from us, like a radiator leak or something like that. It's a beautiful day out here. Really beautiful. Makes me wish I was back at OOBerfest. Sitting there, just relaxing, watching the game, chatting with Vanessa and her husband, rooting on the Saints.
Love.
Okay,
Love.
we're currently at $177, 66 gallons.
Love. Is it $2.71 a gallon?
$2.71. Well, it's $2.72. It's $2.71.9, so $2.72 a gallon. That's cheap. Haven't paid that low in a long time.
Yeah.
And we're now at $200. See, this is what I mean when I said it earlier in this talk, in this trip. We were talking about, the cost of putting on OOBerfest. Fuel is a big part of that, obviously. fuel is a big part of just going out there to meet people. Okay, we clicked off. The total price, $225.52. So we'll take a look back at your stuff, both at the guesses, and see who came closest and give you a shout out. $225.52. We took on 83 gallons of fuel. Hey Brenda, is there anybody next to us? Okay. Brad! Sorry if I just clipped the mic. We're gonna take on DEF fluid because the truck just left. So we got a chance right now. Quick, Bren. Would you mind if I took on DEF really quick? It's on this side of our coach. Thank you very much. Okay, I asked the truck driver, he said go ahead, and I'm going to take on DEF fluid really quickly here. DEF is actually $2.96 a gallon, more than diesel fuel. Now I got the cord stretched all the way to the other side, and I'm now taking on fluid. Brenda came out to help me pull the cord around the pump. It was just perfect timing. The other semi was just leaving when I was coming around to open the door, and then I saw the other guy coming in, so I asked him if he would mind. He said no. So we're almost full here. And we are full. We're full of DEF. I got it. Thank you. Okay, now let me just secure this back here. And we're good. That's one reason I actually don't lock that back door on our coach, because I would have to run up and it's not on the auto lock. It's not on the auto lock, so I would have to unlock it with a key, and I hopefully would have one. I mean, I would have to run back and grab it, and it takes more time. And if you're trying to rush like that to get DEF in your tank, and it's a little different, obviously. So Brenda's moving us up here to get out of the way of the other semi. Anybody behind us who wants to come in.
That was really nice of him.
Yes, it was very nice. Okay, baby.
It was just about 5.5 gallons of DEF.
We got a full DEF, full fuel.
Yep,
We're
you just
about
gotta
to go
put
through a
it-
construction
You
zone.
just got to put it in your computer.
Yeah, that's gotta put it in my computer. Okay, so let's see. I have a scan gauge D computer system that's plugged in my ODB port.
D stands for diesel.
D stands for diesel.
I've learned that.
And now I'm just adding the data in regards to how much fuel we took on. How much was that, Pumpkin?
We took on 82.943 gallons.
Thank you. And how much was it a gallon?
272.
Thank you. So I can program all that into this little trip computer thing here, and it gives me, I can look at it over time and see, you know, what's costing us and stuff. Okay, got that in. And you got me a new drink, thank you. And it's this is Crude. Now, which way are we? You just said you want me to go to the right, correct?
Well, I think looking at those trucks over there, I think it'll be easier if you go to the left and go around these parked semis.
I can make this turn. This is not an issue.
You see those two trucks parked there, though.
Which way do I have to go?
You have to go that way.
Okay.
So you're going to have to turn left, and there's that. See that red fuel truck there?
Okay.
See, so
There's, oh, like, I can go by those.
you're going to have to go between that red fuel truck and,
Yeah.
and those semis parked there.
That's not an issue.
See, because it gets tight. It gets tight.
okay.
Or we just go around. You're driving, your choice.
They're definitely not blocking the lanes. You're not, you know that. They're not going to block the lanes. Exit, right there. See, big sign. It's kind of weird. Oh, look, that's a truck filling the tanks. It's kind of weird. All these trucks are stacked up like this, though.
Well, this is their down day.
No, I mean parked where they're parked.
Oh.
3 deep like that.
Well,
They have to make sure they leave a opening here, obviously.
yeah.
Well, good for us. Full diesel fuel, full DEF tank now. That says do not enter. This
Yeah,
is the road
we're
here.
right here.
Thank you very much. And I'm
We're
going
going to take a right.
a right.
Just watch the curb over
I
here.
see it. I am watching it in my mirror.
Turn left at the street light instead of trying to cross over 4 lanes of traffic.
Okay, so now I want this to navigate to stop. Love.
Yeah, but I wasn't sure if you edited
Yeah,
it as a
remember I
waypoint.
changed it out love.
I don't remember you changed it, no.
What do we have it as
Just do
home?
recent. No, we don't have it as home.
I thought we did.
Home is Southwoods.
I thought we did put it in there as home love.
Oh, we did that in our car.
Ah, I knew it was one of them. Okay, calculating.
Yeah, I would much
Turn
rather
left
turn
at the
left at
traffic
this
light,
light
then take the first right.
than try to turn left. Well, you have to remember we were also using the diesel for our Aqua Hot, which is our heat.
I didn't look at the before. I could have looked it up if I didn't already reset the computer.
Yeah.
But I already put the current information in the computer.
Okay, green light. Nice, not a lot of traffic on a Sunday. This is the way to go.
This is definitely the way to go.
In 1,000 feet, turn right onto the I-10 East ramp to Phoenix.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get on the expressway like normal and then
Turn right at the traffic
follow
light.
their detour.
Weird.
Turn right onto the I-10 East ramp.
That guy just went through a red light.
In a
Okay.
quarter mile, merge onto I-10 East.
Okay, nice and smooth. Everything's good. Beautiful bridges out here. I say that, it sounds like weird that I'm saying that, but they really do have really pretty bridges. Short entrance ramp, holy cow. Wow, this is it. I gotta be over now.
Speed limit 45.
And then there's another entrance ramp right after this one. Wow, that's not good.
Yeah, welcome to
Continue on
Phoenix. Now I'm gonna put the computer down because I'm not gonna be paying attention to the chats because I need to pay attention to these construction signs and
Whoa,
detours.
there was oh my. That was almost a 3-car accident.
Yeah.
I already had my foot on the brake and I was braking already. That's how much I thought there was going to be an accident.
It's 45 in here. Everybody's going fast for some reason. Okay, so just chat amongst yourselves, as I said.
I-10 closed ahead. 60. That really sucks when I have to close like I-10.
Yeah, it looked like on Google Maps there was a bridge.
Man, fix the freaking holes in the road first. Wow. Thanks.
Okay, this is going to be... Google Maps has us getting off at exit 137 for the go-around, so we'll have to see what the detour signs say. But I see an awful lot of brake lights up there.
Well, because if everybody has to get off at the same exit,
Yeah.
and this is closed. See, this is pretty bad because they're not telling you that you have to get off here. There's nowhere, everybody's being merged together, but there's nowhere here saying this is where you have to get off.
Well,
And
it's
I don't
one
know
more
if it
exit
is.
up.
Oh,
It's one more exit up, love.
oh. You had said it was
People
this
are
one.
getting off here trying to go around it, which is fine for them if they want.
Wow.
But I looked and we would have to, for big rigs, we would have to go more out of our way if we got off at that exit. And I see police cars up there.
Pay attention, buddy. You too, Mr. Kia. You know, it really kills me. All these cars see that they have to merge back there, and they're just not doing it. They're trying to get up. If everybody would merge way back when they're shown they should merge, it'd be so much smoother. Do not follow trucks. See, all these people are just trying to get up ahead, but there's nowhere, nobody's going anywhere at this point up here. So why are you trying to do this? Because now you're just going to create a merge issue. Yeah, it's okay. We have nowhere to go. Nowhere to be. How's the football game?
I put the computer down so I could watch the traffic and signs for you. So I don't know. I can pick it up for a minute though, seeing that we're kind of just...
We're not going anywhere for a while, love. I should text Andrew. I'll get my phone. Let's say, hey, we're going to be there.
I don't know if he works on Sundays.
Oh, I don't know. Hey Andrew, are you working today? Question mark. We'll be back within the next hour or so. Just wondering. Period. That's a police car that actually has a car pulled over or broken down, either or.
Yeah. Okay. 111 people watching us.
Really? Hello, everybody. Welcome to traffic.
Okay, so I've got the computer open if somebody wants to let us know what's going on with the game. Last I see, Rams first and goal. Rams touchdown, so I'm not sure what the score is, though.
Who won the fuel challenge?
I want to say Sean, but I'm going to look. Because Sean had us at 85 gallons. And we did 82 gallons.
Yeah, but the game is closest to the price.
Yeah, 225.52. Rich and Sue, 225.52.
Yeah, Rich, Sue. So that's Rich. It's not going to be Sue doing that. That would be Rich doing that.
There's 231. There's a 229.35. Ooh, that's
yes,
close.
everybody. Everybody is merging into this freaking lane. Are you kidding me, buddy? Wow, you're an idiot. Look how close this white car was to me, guys. This ends, as you can see right here. This merge is here. Yet this guy, wow.
I want to say Red Bear, Alaska at 223.10. And we put in 225.52. If you were closer, let me know. But scrolling through these, it looks like Red Bear, Alaska.
You gonna call it at Red Bear, Alaska?
Brian says the 225.52 was the closest. Yeah, Brian, but I think they were just I think they were just chiming in. Okay.
So, Red Bear, Alaska?
Yep.
So, we have to give a whoop whoop, to
whoop.
Red Bear, Alaska.
Sorry.
You
I was delayed.
You,
okay, do it again. Do it again.
Yeah. So, shout out to Red Bear, Alaska for winning our price challenge at the pump. Whoop whoop. Whoop. That's it. That's all you get. I hope you enjoyed it. So what am I doing here?
Here's the other Flying J.
So what am I doing here?
You're following the detour signs, love.
Am I turning or am I going straight? What am I doing?
According to Google Maps, we are turning right. I have to see.
Because there's nothing labeled here.
Yeah.
They're getting you off, but there's nothing labeled. For all I know, I get right back on, but I don't see any cars up there. There's zero labeled. What a...
Well, they got that on-ramp closed off.
Okay, so, but there's no detour this way sign. There's no signs.
I see that too. Take a right.
Okay. I literally have no...
There's no
there is no detour sign at all. Everybody else is like, everybody else is the same way. They're trying to figure out which way.
Detour right or left.
Nobody has any idea which way they should go either.
Turn left at the traffic light.
See, that said turn left.
Yeah, but that doesn't know our traffic pattern.
Feet, turn left onto West Roosevelt Street.
Wow, zero detour signs when you get off the ramp. Who the f did this? Pumpkin, so what do you got for me, babe?
I am
End road work. Thank you. Seriously, I need a direction.
turning left on West Roosevelt Street, which is this street right here.
Wow, what a cluster.
Turn left onto West Roosevelt Street, then turn right to
in a neighborhood section now. We don't know if we're going to come up to a low clearance, a weight limit, anything like that.
See your phone.
We have no idea at this point. I can't go that way. This is a shopping mall.
No, it keeps going, love.
How funny is this?
take the next left onto West Latham Street, then turn right onto North 60.
What am I doing,
That's a
Pumpkin?
dead
That's a
end.
dead end.
That's-
So
You gotta turn left.
I,
We've got to park and find Google Maps, or we've got to look. There's no detours.
I have what a okay.
Google Maps wants us to go down, but I got to look at the big rig. So we've got to find.
I have nowhere to pull over, babe.
There's
I
a
have
Flying
all-
J right there.
Take the next right.
I can't get to it, love. I have to turn, Pumpkin.
Okay.
That's my point.
In
I have to
1/2
turn.
mile, turn right on West McDowell Road.
This is ridiculously bad. Even here, ram close ahead. It doesn't say ram close ahead, use blah, 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 you know? Hey, what are you doing?
I'm getting Google Maps up on the computer because on my phone it keeps resetting back to where it wants me to go.
Make a U-turn. I
Okay. Go straight, obviously. 'cause we can't do this thing.
Yep.
And take a right, your first right, which is West McDowell Road.
How interesting is this? This actually has me doing that, love, which is weird because this is the entrance ramp it should know about. So somehow this knows,
That is
but
weird.
it's not marked red or anything. What a terrible, especially for I-10.
Terrible detour.
You would
'cause there's
think
no
it would be,
detour sign.
yeah. You got to get off here. I-10's closed. Okay, where do you go after that? What a, oh man, that's just upsetting. And it's not like they're working on this bridge or anything.
No, it's a Sunday.
Well, even that, the bridge is not under construction.
Well, it looked like it was the next one down or something.
Ah. It wants me to go down and then I'm going to be turning at the next bridge.
Does it have a name?
I'm sorry to say McDowell, 59th Avenue to I-10.
What, you said
Mc-
West
no-
McDowell Road, or?
McDowell Road up here
Okay.
to 59th Avenue,
59th. Yeah, I see that. Yep. and
back
then-
onto I-10.
Okay.
But assuming that's the bridge, assuming we can, we don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I
Or
mean?
we just keep going down McDowell.
Can you look down the
I
road?
see an orange sign.
Can you look
up
down
there.
the road? Can you see
I see nothing.
no on traffic down there?
I see no traffic
Is
on
this
that bridge.
this is not North McDowell Road.
No, this is the exit. For,
Yeah. That's why I said this is not it.
yeah, but I see an orange construction sign up there.
I
Like
have-
it might be a detour sign or something.
I have to wait here because if I go forward, I will.
Yes.
Hey, buddy, you know what I'm doing. You
Well,
idiot.
you're already in the lane, love.
This guy right here, this white car, knew exactly what I was doing. I was trying to not have to block traffic by hanging back in case the light changes, which if he wasn't there, I would be out of that lane. I'm still in the lane. Now I'm finally out of the lane. What makes this even worse is we're 45-foot coach with pulling a Jeep Grand Cherokee making us 64 feet long. So us making right-hand turns become difficult in city or suburban locations.
I do see a detour sign up here for I-10 turn right on this McDowell Road. They should have had it back there though.
They should have had turn left.
They had entrance ramp closed, detour left and right. So we turned right, and then it said end of construction zone, and that was it.
Yep. There was no turn left.
Detour for the right.
Well, it should have said at the exit ramp to turn left and then turn right.
I agree. That was terrible.
Even more so when that road went down, if you went the wrong way, it was a dead end.
Yeah.
That would have been fun. Not. Not. So it's going to be interesting up here, guys, when I get to McDowell Road here, about how easy it's going to be for me to make that swing, depending on what type of road it is.
Yeah, here it says end of road work also, but at least there's a detour sign.
Yeah, end of road work, thank you. And then there's a detour sign. Wow. This guy, all these cars are trying to get over because they're not aware of it either. So, and then nobody's letting this guy in who's blocking traffic. Look at this. People, let the guy in. Come on, buddy.
They're like not even trying though.
Buddy, move over.
Dude, you're gonna get hit.
Wow. Read the sign. You can't tell me you can't read that sign.
Well.
Man, people. And it's gonna be, is that a 2-lane road up there, Pumpkin? Side by side, looks like, that we're going on to? Yeah, it is. Okay. So I have the swing. I'll be able to make the swing. It's not a single lane road.
I'm
Good.
zooming in to see.
It is. I can see.
Yeah, it looks like once you turn though, it goes down. I'm waiting for the image to come in.
It's amazing. All of this traffic, I-10 is a main thoroughfare. All of that traffic is got to come through here, which is got to be it, messing up all these businesses.
Take the next right on
Yep, that car you just saw is cutting through the gas station. He literally just cut through the gas station, turned, cut through, and is now coming out the other side. Okay, so this is where it gets a little shady. Because I have to come up as far as I can, and then make my swing without hitting
that lady in the car.
without hitting the curb, which I totally cleared it. And yeah, that lady saw me coming toward her. That was fun.
It's
Okay,
one of those
so
where you just, yes.
So I got this road here. It wants me to turn in a mile.
Well, there was a detour sign for I-10.
Correct,
so
I saw that.
Look for the detour signs now.
3/4 of a mile.
I just wasn't
Turn
sure
left on
if
North 59th Avenue.
I
At
just
some point,
wasn't
you're going to be.
sure if it's just going to go to one lane or what. This guy
does
is
not
actually trying to get around me. Oh my gosh, these people. Look at that guy flying through. Wow. Look at that. Oh. He almost clipped that white car. Again. Somebody again. Same. Oh, wow. You know what it is all these people are confused because of the construction back there. And so now they're all driving like idiots, like we were. Well, we were at least being slow about it. Wow.
In 1/2
Whoa.
mile,
Do you see
turn
that?
right, update to 7-Eleven.
Oh, boy. Look at these people.
Everybody's in a freaking rush. And then they wonder why there's accidents.
Oh, they don't wonder. They know. See, we can see so much more from our vantage point of how these people are driving. We literally think that having driven a big rig like this makes us better drivers because we understand the limitations the semis have and what have you, the large vehicles.
Okay. I see more orange signs up here.
This wants me to turn on 59th Avenue. At least the GPS does.
Yeah, Google Maps does too. Although she wanted us to turn right last time, so.
So
And
we
this
got,
shows straight.
this shows straight,
Turn
so
right
not
at the
turning.
traffic light.
So still straight on.
Yes. Detour East 10 straight.
Yeah, that's why I had you look down the road to see if you can see if there was traffic at the next bridge.
Yeah, and there was not.
And great, this guy's going to try to get out through
He's
3
gonna
lanes
try
of
and turn
traffic. He's
left.
going to try to turn left over 3 lanes of traffic.
No. This is when you say screw it, I'll turn right and
Yeah.
then turn around in
And
a
you go
parking
back the
lot.
other way, yeah.
Yeah.
See, this is one of the situations where you're in an area where you're a heavy rig, so you could have weight restrictions. You can have a low bridge issue. You can have turning radius issues, things like that.
You always want to follow the detour signs, though, because the detour signs are made for big rigs going off the highway, too. So, there.
Yep.
In 3/4 of a mile, turn right up to Burger King.
Turn right
GPS
up by
actually
Burger
said-
King.
The GPS actually said at Burger King. That is funny.
So, can you see any signs up there?
I do see an orange sign, but it's way up. I can't see anything.
Okay, babe.
It's like a tiny orange sign up at that street light, which I can see it's orange.
Okay.
I can't see anything after that.
Here's another guy trying to get out, turning left.
Yeah. Well, these are apartments here. Can you imagine trying to do that every day?
Well, especially with this detour right now, with all the added traffic.
Yeah. You know, I would just take a few extra minutes and straight.
Yep. You see that? What a terrible detour. It makes zero logical sense.
Well, the worst part about the detour is when you get off, there was no signs.
Well, that was one.
That was
But
the issue.
But another thing is having the detour on a main thoroughfare without having like close one lane, leave the other lane open and kind of thing and work on the road or do whatever.
But you're in the city. What are you going to do?
No, don't close all of I-10 off.
Oh.
It was 4 lanes wide.
I thought you meant here.
No, not here.
No.
I'm talking
Well,
I-10 in general.
Yeah,
was
but that's
full.
what I said. Looking at Google Maps, it looked like they had the bridge completely, like they were working on the bridge.
Right, but we've seen many situations in our travels where they're working on bridges and they work on 1/2 the bridge at a time.
Yes.
Well, this is just killing our proficiency here, isn't it? I'm glad we didn't go to the Flying J back there, though. Well, I'm glad we changed our plans because did you see all the semis in there?
Well, I saw them all parked. I didn't see the pumps. I wasn't looking at the pump area.
I'm glad we're not doing this during a work day.
Yeah.
Wonder what people are saying out there about our driving in this area kind of crap. Why isn't ambulance in blue? Why is it in white or whatever?
No, it's just their colors for the county.
But you can't read it. I can tell it's an ambulance, obviously, but I'm guessing that's Spanish for ambulance.
Maricopa is the county, love.
Oh, then I'm totally wrong. See how much I know about Spanish? Sorry. And that also goes to show you I truly do never know where we are.
I'm not sure why Joe Smith keeps saying drama queen, drama queen, drama.
Because Joe Smith has no clue in regards to what it is,
Yeah.
the tension or whatever that goes through something like this when you have a rig this size. And you don't know where you are.
Because if you turn down a road that you can't get down, and
they
your
don't-
only option is to unhook your tow vehicle and back up the entire way, that's not a good thing
And remember,
with traffic around you.
they did not have it labeled when we got off the expressway.
Yeah.
They got you off the expressway. They never told you which way you need to go after that.
Yeah. S. Romo 522 says, everyone that passes me is a maniac and everyone I pass is an idiot. Sean noticed that they still have payphones in Arizona. I just muted my microphone. This Joe Smith guy is an idiot.
You can,
He's like,
so it looks like Brenda's reading these chats by this gentleman Joe out there. Hey Joe, if you don't like our channel, you know, there's a click away kind of thing. There's nothing here for you to have to watch other than putting us, you know,
he sees
down.
our channel, but
Turn
says
right
he
at
loves
the
our
traffic
channel,
light.
but he,
Feel free to
I don't know.
unsubscribe. I'm not keeping you here.
There's another orange sign up here.
Not saying I'm a bridge expert or whatever, but I'm just saying that
Looks like you're going
in our
straight.
travels, we've seen a lot of construction, as you can maybe imagine. And this is the first time we've ever seen something like an I-10, a main thoroughfare, shut down for this stretch of amount.
Rob says, David, it's a freeway, not expressway. LOL. Well, it depends on what region you're in. Up in the Northeast, we call them expressways. I've heard them interchangeably. Back to the game. Rams 20, New Orleans 20.
Ooh!
Jeez.
Damn, I wish I was watching the game.
John, you just got in this video. What city are we going through? This is Phoenix. We're on a detour here. But if you go to OutsideOurBubble.com, you can go to our camera feeds there, and it has a GPS locator on there that you can see exactly where we are.
You know what really makes me a little bit nervous about this right now, even though this is showing you the detour? I see 0 semis in my rearview mirror, nor have I seen any in front of us.
Well, yeah, it is Sunday, so there's going to be less.
But there were semis on the expressway, love.
I see one up there.
Oh, good.
Yeah, there's one way up there.
It almost made me start to think I missed a trucks this way, you know?
Yeah, no, I've been looking. I haven't seen anything. I've only seen the orange signs, but
Bad road this is.
Red Bear, Alaska was thinking the same thing about the semis.
Yeah. And now you got to deal with, now we have to start being concerned with these trees.
3/4 of a mile. Turn right before to Circle K.
Don't want to get too close to these trees they have
Yeah.
growing out here. Clip one of those, that'll be fun. Nah.
Is that a box truck? Oh, is that a semi or box truck?
I think it's a box truck. See, I see no semis in my rearview mirror, and we've been on this road a good distance, so I can see a good distance back.
Yeah, but there was nowhere else to go though.
I know. I didn't see anything either. I saw nothing about signs, nothing about,
Yeah.
you know, trucks only or trucks this way or. Our map doesn't show that. I don't believe it's still showing me it's pink. It's not saying like it's red like we're on a restricted road or anything weight-wise or anything like that. Yeah. Oh.
Looking at my phone, it says right on North 43rd Avenue, which is what your GPS is saying. And if I look at that, it gets us back on I-10. It looks like it's just past all of the closure. So we'll see what this orange sign says up here, because this, I believe, is 43rd Avenue.
Yeah, I'm glad we're not doing this during a work week then. This would be much. I would have to think it would be much worse.
It'd be nightmarish.
Yeah.
Jacob wants to know how we like our pixels. I've been thinking about switching.
Well, if you probably was he. I'm wondering, Jacob, if you were with us in the beginning of the show when we were talking about why we left OOBerfest early. We love our Google Pixel 3s for all intent and for all. What am I trying to say? We like our Google Pixel 3 XLs. Yes. 128 gig. We like them very.
Awesome.
The cameras are awesome. The phone itself is very fast. We like them a lot. The only issue we ran into is Brenda's phone just died. Literally.
Yeah, a few days ago.
She plugged it in when we went to bed, and in the morning time would not turn on. Did everything I knew and read on the internet and even talked to Google about. Could not get the phone to recover or turn back on at all. It's just brick. So Google is sending out a new phone, and they happen to ship it the same day we called them, which means it's arriving tomorrow to our site. FedEx delivers directly to our site. And if we're not there with our motorhome, I saw him, yeah. You thought he was coming in the street too?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the guy.
Yeah, this is turning right.
Okay. So my thought is if FedEx came and our coach wasn't there, they would return it to sender, thinking that it's not like we're not home. We're just like not there, period.
Turn right at the traffic light.
Okay, this one is gonna be, this is a single lane road. This is gonna suck.
No, it's 2 lanes.
I know, but look where that guy is. I gotta swing out.
Yeah.
In 1/4 mile, be in either of the 2 left lanes. Then
not
turn left on I-10 East.
Did not go over the curb. That was good.
And there was a semi there turning down the road we just came off of, so.
So where does that semi go?
Well, he's going westbound.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, somebody said The bridge section being installed spans all the eastbound lanes. They have to shut down the whole thing for safety. Which we came across that one time. I don't recall where it was, but I think it was on our way south from New York. And remember, we were trying to compare if we get off and go around it or follow the detour, and we decided to follow the detour, and it was just like an off and on.
It was an off and on.
But the whole bridge was gone.
Right.
Because they were working on it.
But it was an off and on. All they did was you got off and you got back on after the other side of the bridge.
Yeah.
That's my point. There was several locations along this whole route here where we could have got back on I-10.
Yeah.
I don't know where the bridge closure is actually, but my point being is
why couldn't we just get off and
right,
get right back on?
You're right. If they're just doing the bridge and they need to close down the expressway in that section, you know, so they can put the pylons in or whatever they're putting in at this time, I don't know.
Yeah.
But
why couldn't
right
we
at the bridge point.
Yeah.
Like we have on other bridges that
Yeah.
we've come across. We've had other bridges where we've come across and traveling where both northbound and southbound were both closed.
Maybe it's just because we're in the city and there was nowhere to do that. I don't know.
Don't know. But yeah, don't know. The bridge they were working on might not have had an on entrance.
Yeah.
They might have had an off entrance but not an on entrance. Or it might not have been an exit at all. It might have been just going directly across over the top of I-10.
That could have been. So they could have been working on a bridge going this way across I-10 and then just working on the section that's over the eastbound lane, so they close them for safety.
Yeah, they closed a lot of exits.
Yeah, they did.
I mean, entrances or whatever. I mean, Google kept asking us a number of times to turn.
Looks like both lanes turn left.
Okay, but I know I'm going to have to merge
Yes.
coming to the left, so I'm going to stay on the left to take it, so I don't have to have people, so I don't have to cut over.
Okay.
Because you know you're going to have a 2-lane on-ramp and it's going to merge to 1 lane before it gets to the expressway. Unless it's a continue-on, but...
Yeah, Living Larger says they may be doing accelerated bridge construction, the whole bridge at once, just to get it quick and done and over with.
Quick and easy.
Red Bear Alaska says, good job on the corner, thumbs up.
Did you see the people's faces in the cars as we approached them very close?
Oh, it's so I want to say it's funny, but I've been there too, where I've been sitting in the Jeep and I see a semi coming and he's got to turn the corner, and yeah, you got to trust that driver because you can't go through the intersection and you can't move.
Old something needs help. Old LA DJ needs help. That's just a weird sign.
Yeah. Yeah, Living Larger says, you got this. Besides, it's not 22 degrees and it's not snowing.
Good point. That is a good point.
Yeah.
Well, this has actually really killed our nice travel day time, didn't it?
Yeah.
I mean,
so much for 4 minutes. It said plus 4 minutes.
Yeah. This is way past anything. This has to be at least a half hour.
Yeah.
Thus far of a go around.
But it's one of those of, well, what you gonna do?
Okay.
You just gotta deal with it.
Turn left at the traffic light.
I will, but this box truck is...
Use the left 2 lanes to turn left onto the I-10 East Rim.
Oh great, there's more construction down there. Yay. So looking back up where we were coming from...
You can't tell anything.
No.
No.
There's a truck there.
Well, it's a construction truck.
Yeah, this is actually we made really good time coming back, and this was a huge bad detour. Bad detour. Bad boy.
Whoa, Mr. Pickup Truck.
Okay, so that pickup truck.
That pickup truck almost took out our corner.
Yep. He cut over. He tried to go.
And look how close he is to that box
He
truck.
tried to get in front of us, I think. See, and this is where everything now is going to merge to our side, so that's why I took the lane I did.
Yeah.
Bump. More bump. That was just ick. Altogether ick.
In 2 miles, keep left to I-10 East.
Now everybody's jamming on their accelerators. There we go.
1.5 miles, keep left to I-10 East.
Boozer777 says, have you and David thought about getting a Prevost coach?
Well, we thought about it when we were looking at coaches and just didn't see any reason to pay $1 million plus for a coach.
Well, in the Prevost, a lot of them, they don't have the storage for full timing.
Oh, that's true.
There's like no cabinet space or anything for the way that we wanted to live. Some people full-time in Prevost.
Yeah, they do.
That's why floor plan is the key.
We don't see, for the price they want for them, we don't see, seeing that you lose value instantly, just like any other vehicle. I don't see any reason to burn money like that. And in regards to paint, they're gorgeous
Be
coaches.
in the second lane from the left.
They are gorgeous coaches, and because of the paint work. And if I was to scratch one of those, I would cry, for a while, because I know it's going to be very expensive to fix. If I scratch this, I'd be a little upset, but at least I know it's repairable at a nice price.
In 4 miles, keep left to Arizona 202 Page will be east.
Guys, how about for travel?
Same thing.
Same thing.
Expensive coach.
Yeah. They're beautiful and everything. but-
Ford Travel has, I think, is a more livable coach in New York.
As
Oh,
far as floor plan.
yeah, I think so. But still, a very costly coach. To us,
Minute 50.
I mean, if money's no object, then it doesn't really matter. But it would to me, because I don't want to buy a coach that I don't feel comfortable living in and have the space I need to live in.
You good?
Yep, go ahead, I'm sorry.
Minute 58 seconds left to go. Saints 23, Rams 20.
I-10 East, right? Yep, staying on I-10 left?
Be in any of the
Yeah.
4
Okay,
right
just making
lanes.
sure.
In 2.8 miles, you're going to do the 202 East. Just remember that's where it splits off. Here's our little
Here's our
tunnel.
bridge. Might lose you in the bridge. Tunnel, bridge. Yeah.
Use tunnel. 1.9 miles. We're going to take an exit and veer to the right.
Thank you.
That's what this says. It's exit
point-
147A.
Just so you're aware,
1.5
Yes.
miles. Keep left to Arizona
it wants me to go
202
left.
Page will be east.
So This is telling me to go left. And you're telling me to
Left
go
on what? You have to give me more.
left
back.
on 147, exit 147C to 202 HOVE.
Oh, this is that weird one that when we were on our Jeep.
Give me what I need to do.
We
though.
want to do 202 East, so if it's telling you we can do that,
Yeah, but
then do that.
But is yours giving you 202 East, but to the right? I'm confused.
It is, but it's not the HOV lane. Remember when we were in our Jeep and
Okay.
the HOV lane split off
Okay,
on the left?
so do you want me to go?
It's the same thing, love.
Okay,
Yes, you can
okay.
do the HOV lane, which is on the left,
Okay,
which is 202 East,
okay.
or you can do the right.
Just making sure, pumpkin. Wow.
Be in the left lane.
I'm trying to, but these people in the HOV lane aren't letting us over. There we go.
Yeah, because this is what happened to us in the Jeep and we
So,
couldn't get
pumpkin,
over.
am I going?
Yes,
Okay.
202 East. Yes.
This is
Continue on Arizona 202 loop HOV lane.
this is just a really weird area. Yeah, last time we went through that area, we were coming the other way or going this way?
No, we're
Going this way? Yeah, it was nighttime coming back from a gig. And it was really, really confusing, as it still just was to me, thank you. And we didn't realize of what it was, so we stayed where we were going and ended up having to turn around and come back. Had to get off the exit, turn around, and come back. We've never seen an HOV lane split like that, because we don't have them back east, like we said before. Now, are you thinking I can get out of this lane at this point?
I don't know because we have not gone in the HOV lane of this. I would just stay right here because I don't know if it splits off.
Well, according to this, 7 miles ahead, I stay to the left.
Okay.
But it's showing me the lane to be in is one over from where we are. As you can, I don't know if you can see this or not.
Be in the second lane from
So this is all 202 now.
According to Google Maps, this is 202.
Yep. The loop.
Rob wants to know is regarding DEF, is it available on each pump side? No. It's only available like when you pull up to get fuel, you're pumping on pumping lane and bring the hose over to our passenger side.
It's not a basement door, it's a side compartment where the
Well,
tank is stowed.
Yeah.
Just a... I don't want people to think that our DEF tank is in a cargo area.
48-yard field goal to tie it up. Rams 23-23.
Oh my
19 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Oh man, we're not seeing the game. Dang it all.
23-23 going to overtime.
Dang it, we're not going to make it. Darn it. We would have made it to see the final of the game if we didn't have what we just went through. Whoa, don't hit that. Woo.
Piece of wood, the plywood or something.
That would not have been good. Whoa. Damn.
I didn't see what you saw. I
Yeah.
was looking at
The white truck.
this camper.
No, the white truck over there.
Oh.
Okay, that's a little weird. Wow, that looks scary.
Yeah.
Well, we're 20 miles to our destination. Look at all the construction, love.
Yeah, all the new buildings going up.
High rises. Dang, that's a lot of construction.
Yeah, 5 miles is our exit, which is
In 1.5
87.
miles, keep left to Arizona 202
Yeah.
east.
Looks like we're just gonna.
We're staying
Doesn't
on this.
want us to go over there and get screwed up, I guess.
Yeah, because it's 101. It's
Right,
a split off.
right.
Yeah, of course, Living Larger says he saw on the Arizona Department of Transportation website, improvement projects will require a pair of Interstate 10 closures in the West Valley this weekend, January 18th through 21st.
Ah, so it's a weekend.
So we just kind of
Ah,
hit that at the perfect time, I
Yay.
think sarcastically.
yay for us.
Took more construction. Buildings, I mean.
Could have been worse, honey. You could have been driving. Now,
the
I don't
second
mean
lane
that
from
in a
the left.
negative way. Look at that construction. Don't mean that, and wow, look how fast that car is going, and it's only, wow. Anyways, don't mean that in a negative way, because you would have been able to handle it.
Yes.
But you don't like it.
No, but I would have been fine with just going along with the detour.
Especially if they had it marked.
Yeah,
Marked
that's
correctly.
That's the only thing that gets me is when you got off at the exit, they didn't have it marked to turn
Arizona
left.
87.
Even more so is that we got ourselves down a road thinking that's where we had to go, that then if you went the wrong way, it was a dead end. Dead end, dead end, dead end, dead end, dead end.
James wants to know, he says, it seems that your RV ride's really nice. Are your seats air ride?
No, James, what you're seeing, our coach does ride relatively nice.
Yes.
What you're seeing is the Mevo camera has image stabilization in it. So you're seeing it kind of looks like it's going up and down, really smoothly. And it is smooth, but some of what you're seeing is the stabilization software. But the coach is smooth. Look at all the kids playing soccer.
In 2 miles to the exit, turn to Quartzsite AZ. Arizona 87, then take the first left. Take exit 13 on the right to Arizona 87, then take the first left.
Jacob wants to know if we've ever, he's like, I never thought of that. Can you retrofit air seats?
Probably. It's just the seats are connected via 4 heavy-duty bolts that are
Turn
attached
left
to the
at
frame.
traffic light.
But for the most part, our seats are fine. I mean, I don't think we would do any better with an air seat. Our seats are heated. They also have ventilation. They also have fans to blow through ventilation, and they also have massage in them. So,
Which we always forget about.
Which we always forget about. Yes, we don't. I don't usually forget about the ventilation though.
Yeah, and these are not the standard Tiffin seats either. I'm not sure what they're putting in their
How
coaches
pretty.
now.
How pretty that is. Underneath the bridge yet.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to come out. Bump, dip. I remembered that one. I always said, man, we got to always remember that one if we come down this road.
Yeah.
Because that is a bad one. Dong. Yeah, all that detourish thing, because of all of that, 5.3 miles to the gallon since we stopped at the Flying J, or the Pilot. Yeah, these rigs rather be in motion steadily than
Yeah.
up and down. Well, there's a Little Caesars right there. You can get that for dinner.
Mm.
Pizza.
Remember when we used to get that when we first got married?
We did. Yes, we did. It's amazing. I mean, they're still around, too.
Yeah.
24 years ago. Yeah, we were eating.
That and SpaghettiOs.
Yeah. SpaghettiOs, yep. We ate SpaghettiOs. Yes, we did. And now we eat SpaghettiOs in an RV. Motor coach. Only kidding. We no longer eat SpaghettiOs. I can still probably remember what they taste like, though.
Yeah.
It's one of those products that if I was to take a spoonful right now, I'd say, yep, exactly how I remember it.
Yep.
Kind of like a Twinkie. I mean, what you would expect taste-wise.
Yes.
Not that they taste like a Twinkie. Well, we're on our home stretch now. This is the road we'll be turning off of to the RV park area. We're 12 miles away from our destination. We're currently heading toward Fountain Hills area, which is really nice. We like it out here. Where we're parked at in Fort McDowell, Eagle View RV Resort. We're out on an Indian reservation. So it's really quiet out. I mean, there's nothing around. Road noise is minuscule. Nice little mountains around us, but yet we're 3 miles from town for shopping and Target, restaurant, Target, things like that. So it's a nice location. We like it.
You can see the shadow of our motor coach now nicely in the road.
Oh, yeah. And all the antennas. There's 3 4G antennas up there.
Cam wants to know, do you have an annual at Fort McDowell? I think they're asking if we have like a seasonal site. I wonder if you're asking. No,
I'm guessing that's what they ask. Nobody does.
No, we just get a site there for about 2.5 months usually out of the winter.
You have to. It's like they don't have seasonal sites that you lease. You actually have to get your site that you want every year, and it's really weird. Like on January 1st, the site that you're in, if you like that site, you can book that for the following year. However, if you're not in that site and that you want to be in a different site, am I saying it right?
You have to be
It's
parked.
screwy.
If you're parked in a particular site on January 1st,
You can claim that.
you have right of first refusal for that site for next year. But you have to book it. If you don't book it by January 15th, they open it up to the public and somebody else can take that site from you basically for the following year.
Yeah, so the site you're in, you have dibs on.
Yeah, so
Dibs.
you have dibs.
Dibs.
This is the only RV park that we've come across
Ever.
that's ever done this.
Yeah. Now, the good news for us is we got lucky one year.
There's a red light up here, by the way.
Thank you, babe. We got lucky one year. Look at the canister on the side of the road.
Yeah.
We got lucky one year. The site we were parked
We were parked next to the site.
next to the site that we're in now that we really liked.
Don't go in this lane, love. And
We-
we're just back.
We
to the
really
right.
we really liked it. We're like, we're stuck in between two sites. We were between two sites, and the RVs are pretty close together for the most part, if you will. Not a super lot of room, but in any case, the site on the end now where we have it now we're on an end row, and so when we look out our side windows, our dining room table, the mountains you see in front of us right now is the mountains we look at, and which is nice. And it's also on an end row, so we have nobody on our passenger side. So nice little outside area and what have you. So
Big corner site.
it's a big corner site. Yeah. So how I say we lucked out is because the people that were in that site, they had been coming there for like 12 years or something like that.
Yeah.
And always had that site. They would always call dibs on it on January 1st. Well, we got to talking with them, and they were, you guys gonna be here? Are you coming back and stuff? And we're like, yeah, why? We really like it here. And they said, well, we think we're gonna stop RVing and
Buy a house.
And so they said, you may or may not know this. This was the first time we were there, by the way. The site that you're in on January 1st, you can call dibs on. And like, no, we didn't know that. She goes, if you would like, because this is a good site here, if you want to change sites with us, we'll change sites with you on January 1st, and then you'll be able to claim it for the next season.
Yeah.
And so we did that, and that was really, really nice of them.
Oh wow! Rams win, 26-23, 57-yard field goal.
Wow!
Damn.
Wow!
Who
Oh
would have
no!
guessed the Rams over the Saints?
Oh no!
Oh, Danessa
Danessa
and
and Mitchell are going to be devastated. Oh. We just left them. They were all set up in Quartzsite and outside with their TV and everything, and they had all their Saints gear on and signs out in front of their RV and all things. They're all ready to go. By a 57-yard, wow.
57-yard
field
in
goal.
overtime, yeah.
Wow. Well, we almost made it, love, 7 miles.
Yeah.
We would have made it.
Is there another playoff game? I think there is.
I think there is tonight.
The NFC and AFC.
Yeah, Patriots and somebody, and we don't want the Patriots to win.
Yeah, we're just tired.
We're just tired of it.
Winning.
We're just tired
We
of
always
the
root
same
for the
old
underdogs.
Same. That's right. So at least we'll have that. Hey, maybe we can make chicken wings.
Yeah, we can do that. That's easy enough. Just throw them in the oven.
So we're, I already said that, 7 miles, 6.5 miles.
Yeah, Red Bear Alaska says chicken wings are great. It sounds good.
Brenda made homemade chili yesterday in the Instapot.
Yep.
I love chili. It's really interesting, chili in the Instapot, because it's cooked under high pressure. Everything is all infused and the flavors and everything are all locked in. It's good stuff.
Yeah. And I made a regular big batch of it, which was good because the guys that came out to play Notes from Neptune, they hadn't had dinner because it's a 2.5-hour drive for them each way. So, well, at least Scott had 2 bowls of chili.
Well, we're getting there. Beep, 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 beep. That was my fault. I drifted.
Glenn says the Patriots are the underdog against Kansas City.
Oh, really?
I did not know that.
I wasn't aware of that either. Thank you for letting us know.
Yeah, Claudia says cook your wings in the Instapot and then sauce them and put them in the oven to crisp.
We've tried that.
We've tried that. That's not how we prefer them because we don't like to put sauce on our wings and crisp them up and everything. I don't know. I put them in the convection oven. They turn out really nicely. We have a dry rub on them.
Now, we will say, however, the wings that we get are from Schwann's.
Schwann's.
Yeah, so we buy the Schwann's chicken wings, which are I shouldn't say surprising. Schwann's has some good food, and we like their chicken wings. I make a spicy hoisin sauce. I use hoisin sauce. I don't know what to say.
Hoisin sauce and sriracha.
And then sriracha, so half and half. Mix it all up. It's a spicy yum.
He just dips it in though.
Look, did you see that? Oh, that was such a beautiful cobra. I haven't seen a cobra in a long time. Not a cobra steak, cobra car. Oh, that was beautiful.
This looks like a red. Oh, green.
Green?
light.
Yeah, I was just looking at it. It's hard to see that light in this angle with the sun.
Well, the red light's for the left turn.
Left turn
only.
lane.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. There's a point of no return here.
Brian says, does Schwann's visit the campground? Yes,
And
they
yes,
do.
they do.
They
And
deliver right to your site. I've had them delivered here in Arizona, in Texas, up in New York. A few other places too.
We are 2 miles to our destination.
Red Bear Alaska said, I always missed the breakfast Pop-Tarts with you two, so I actually bought some, first ever. My kids were very surprised I bought them. Never had before, and I have to say they're better toasted.
Yes, they are.
Yes, they
They
are.
are. We do prefer them toasted.
But it's a little difficult when you're driving
Yes.
down the road.
Not
though.
not quite the same. Harder to eat, you know, because they're hot in the toaster, you know.
Yeah.
But yes, you are correct.
In 1.25 miles.
Now,
Keep left to North Fort
be aware
McDowell
when we
Road and
arrive
take the
here,
first
we'll
left.
go off the air. We have to stop at when we get there and unhook our car. Our site is waiting for us because we have it all winter.
We're booked through
So we left.
February.
We left to go out to OOBerfest, and now we're just coming back, and our site's sitting there. So we'll stop the rig and disconnect the vehicle, and then go park.
He says the camera has a bug on it.
The windshield has a bug on
The
it.
windshield has a bug on it.
Oh yeah, it does. Look at that. Oh well.
Keep left to North Fort McDowell Road.
Yeah, I don't know
and
why our
take the
GPS
first
always
left.
has us turning left here.
Yeah, no idea.
The RV resort's actually right. I think it's trying to get you into the casino.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because there's a casino right here on the left. What's that? Same RV is over there in.
No, it's just weird, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, Brian, let your wife know at Schwann's, yeah, they do deliver. You can have multiple addresses. You can save multiple addresses under your account. And you just tell them, you know, which one to deliver to, and it'll give you the date and approximate time as to when it'll be delivered, so you'll know. Because every region obviously is going to be different
Yeah.
as to when they deliver.
Wonder if. Oh, we're gonna.
There's a horsey. Hey, horsey.
Horsey. Oh, look at that. Pretty.
Yeah, it looks like they're going out riding. They had saddles and stuff.
I think it's funny the horse was his head up like that, looking out. That's funny.
Yeah.
Well, we can try. I can try bringing the camera back there and disconnecting the vehicle and see if it works. But on the left here is on the right side, that was all RV storage, and on the right side here is our
Left side.
Jeez, left side is Eagle View RV Resort, which is what we're pulling into now. Don't hit the rocks.
Yes.
That was a kettle grate that we went over. And I'll just pull into one of these seats, the strip here, and this is where we'll unhook. Welcome to where we live some of the winter.
Paul says he really enjoyed your live feed about switching out your transfer switch.
Oh, actually, Paul was at.
Yes.
It's funny because I really did not expect anybody to be really watching that or any, but I've had a lot of people commenting on that one. Took me an hour and 10 minutes. I could have done it sooner, obviously, but I was talking through it. But it was more people than I thought. Okay, so I'm going to shut the engine down here.
Brian says ditto.
And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to bring the camera with us. Let's see here. What's the best way to do this? Try just bringing maybe the little guy. Let's see. Switch it over to tablet audio real quick. Oh, no, I can't do that either. Oh, yes, I can. Tablet audio. Boom. Okay, so now we're on tablet audio, and audio still should be working fine. And I'm going to I'm going to disconnect the camera.
Welcome
There's
back,
people.
she
Welcome
said.
back. See? People waving. Okay, so now I'm going to hopefully this doesn't work, and it may or may not. We're carrying you with us right now, just in case it doesn't work. I'm just checking. And we get disconnected, then sorry and bye. I was reconnecting here. But if it does work, then we'll keep talking right there. But we wanted to say, just in case, bye.
Bye.
But keep watching and we'll see how long this works. Let's go disconnect the car. Ready to go view. Here's the sun, here's people. They're all watching the football game.
Oh, look how
They're
dirty.
all out. Look how dirty our coach is. Oh my gosh, Andrew is going to be having no. Andrew, if you're watching, buddy, you have your work cut out for us. For you, I should say. Look at how dirty the coach is. Oh, we got slammed. Hi. Oh wait, darker. Hi.
Good.
Look at that. Ugh.
How dirty we are.
Terrible.
Weather, and I had some friends over there, and I thought
Okay.
you guys might.
Oh, there's the little dog.
Yeah, Tuesday when we went
you wanna
out,
see the dog?
it just poured.
Hi. Say hello to everybody.
But after
Say hello.
Tuesday, it was like
Hi.
this. It was beautiful.
Hi. You're gonna... Oh, don't eat me. Don't eat me. Please don't eat me.
We're still recording on our camera.
Actually, we're broadcasting live. Thanks. Okay, let's see here now. I'm going to have to set you down here. Let's see. There we go. And Brenda's getting the Jeep into gear and stuff to make it work. And I am going to disconnect like that. There we go. There we go. And I don't know if this is still working or not. So we'll see if it is.
David,
Yes, love.
Jeep's not turning on.
Brenda just said the Jeep's not turning on. That's kind of strange.
Yeah.
Is it dead?
Yeah.
Well, that's a bummer. Don't know why the Jeep wouldn't be turning on.
It's doing that weird thing where it's like going through service the air thing and do this and do that, and it's like,
It's giving us an error?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if you remember that one time when
How did I fix it? I don't remember how I fixed it.
I don't remember.
Do you have it, is it in the on position right now, or what position do you have it in, or nothing?
It's nothing.
Just sitting there?
Yeah.
Okay.
When I push the button, everything starts dinging and going crazy, and it's not happy.
That's not good, is it?
Don't tease him when he actually
It is kind of beeping.
he actually thought you had treats in that.
Why isn't it working?
And that's why he barked, because
We didn't give you any treats. Yeah, I
His
know.
whole life is finding treats. Hey, Riley.
I'm sorry, I
battery,
don't have
low
any
battery.
either.
It's like the battery ran down.
Yeah, but see, the windshield wipers, everything's just going.
Hey, you guys got a
wacky.
Jeep or something I can take a jump off of?
My Jeep left, and it has one of those packs that jump starts. But you want me to get some terminals?
There's no jump location back here. They'd have to be really long cables.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so go ahead and shut this.
You're still here, but Trudy gets back. Sure.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, my son's
So anyways, slight
It's
problem.
done this
We
once
the
once
Jeep is
before.
dead for some reason. I don't know. Normally we don't have this problem, and I think maybe
Yeah.
Brenda might have left something on or something in it. I'm not sure because we usually don't have this issue. So it's kind of weird. And she's the one who sets the Jeep up for travel when we go, and it shouldn't be dead. That's for sure.
No, it did that once before though.
Yeah, but only because it was left on. I got battery. My batteries actually are right here. I might have 2 sets of jumper cables. We can link them together. We'll try that. Okay, so we're going to end this.
Yeah, I
We
was
should
gonna
still be
say,
broadcasting. Yeah.
Not do 18 million things.
No.
at once.
So in any case, we're going to end this. We're here at not Southwoods. We're here at Eagle View RV Resort. We have a Jeep problem. We have to start it with a jump, and which I'm pretty sure will work because we've had it done in the past. But in any case, I'm David.
I'm Brenda.
We're from OutsideOurBubble.com, and you were traveling with us today from Quartzsite to Eagle View RV Resort in Fort McDowell, Arizona. Take care, keep safe. See you on the road.
Bye.
Bye. Let's see. Oh wait, I might not be able to turn this off from here. I think I have to do it at the software inside the coach. Hey, we're gonna go going back inside the coach now. Oh.